higher seed. But oftentimes when you get at this level, you may have a mismatch in the lines on occasion. One team just outweighs the other, and they're just a little bit more athletic, and that's not the case this evening. That is not the case. I just added up for the two tackles, the two guards, and the center. Of course, whether or not we're supposed to believe the rosters that we get or not, I'm sure they're very, very close. But they come to the exact same weight. The teams average 205 in the offensive line. So, hey, it's survival of the fittest down there tonight. And you talked about athletes. Well, Mike, we know the athleticism that Husticon's got tonight, but Hustisford's got some players. Let me tell you.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Husticon has some athletes. And maybe to the point that it's been a while since either one of these schools have seen athletes like this. They're that good. So it's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, just to throw out some more numbers for you, for Horicon Hustisford, you've got an outstanding quarterback in Dylan Schmidt. He has thrown for 1,120 yards this season, 17 touchdowns through the air. He's also rushed for 757 yards and 14 more touchdowns. His completion percentage, 57.5%. C.J. Brooks, we talk about him all the time. He's a man among boys. Fine running back for Husticon, 13 touchdowns, 1,036 yards rushing on the season. Let's flip over to the other side. Lake Country Lutheran, how about their quarterback? Ethan Wilkins, how about these numbers? 1,510 yards passing, 22 touchdowns, and a 64.3% completion percentage. Meanwhile, their outstanding running back they talked about, Dane Vance, all he's done is score touchdowns, 23 of them. He averages 10 yards a carry, 1,592 yards on the ground. And, they have pretty good receivers, too, including Bryce Hurdle, 30 receptions, 594 yards, and 8 touchdowns. I mean, these two teams are a who's who of high school football in Wisconsin, just outstanding athletes up and down the roster.
And, Mike, you mentioned the fact that this club from Lake Country Lutheran last year in the state championship game.
Yes, they were.
And I can guarantee you a huge desire to get back to Camp Randall, and they don't want to meet a big bump in the road here this evening, I guarantee you.
And how loaded is this side of the Division V bracket? Because you've got this game going on here tonight. The winner of this game advances to Level 4 and is going to play either St. Mary Springs or Amherst. So you've got Amherst, the defending Division V state champs, playing St. Mary Springs, the defending Division VI state champions. And the winner of that game takes on either the defending Division V state runner-up or a very, very good Horicon Hustisford team. My goodness, whoever comes out of this side of the bracket and goes to Camp Randall, I would think they've got as good a shot as any to win the state championship.
Well, they'll be battle-tested.
They'll be battle-tested, absolutely. So this is going to be fun, and it's a beautiful night for high school football. We are so glad you could be with us on WXRO and DailyDodge.com. Again, Tim mentioned it earlier, but we did this last week. We're going to try it again tonight. If you'd like to send us an email tonight during the game, we would be happy to give you a shout-out on the radio. And all you have to do is email me, let me know your name, where you're from, and I would be happy to let the folks know who's listening and who's watching. My email address is wbevsports@hotmail.com. So again, send me an email tonight, wbevsports@hotmail.com, and we will bring you those emails and mention your name, give you 10 seconds of fame throughout the broadcast.
And, Mike, we're going to throw out a name right off the get-go, okay? And we talked about this in the way coming down. Take it away, partner. This is very important.
To the mom of one of the Husticon assistant coaches, Cheryl Cook, who is listening tonight. I know that she's got some issues she's dealing with right now. She's very disappointed that she cannot be here in person. But, Cheryl, we want you to know that we are thinking of you, and we're with you. We're praying for you. Hope everything's going to be okay. And we're so glad that we could bring you this game via the web. So you could still be a part of this, and hopefully we can take your mind off some of the things going on right now and give you a good time for the next couple of hours. So, Cheryl, we are thinking of you and just wanted to give you a very, very special shout-out tonight. Let's do this. Let's take a timeout And we'll come back. We'll have the starting lineups, the opening kick in just a few moments here on 95.3 WXRO and DailyDodge.com.
Your local Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly has a large selection of fresh produce, meats, seafood, deli, and bakery items, and great savings. Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly is proud to be serving Beaver Dam and the surrounding communities for over 50 years.
We just got our new Tempur-Pedics in. Oh my gosh, they feel so amazing. I can't even describe. If you're a warm sleeper, you lay down and it's like heaven. Honestly, a lot of people are very warm sleepers. So these new Tempur-Pedics are even cooler, if you can imagine, than the other models. We just got our new Tempur-Pedics in.
The defensive starters for Horicon Hustisford, 10-1 on the year, coached by Shannon Miller. And the defensive ends are Ethan Budnick, a 5'9", 175-pound senior. The other end is Gavin Stark. He is a sophomore, 6'2", 235. Defensive tackles include Matthew Walther, 6'1", 280, and a junior. And the other D tackle is Caleb Gavin, 5'8", 175, and a senior. Outside linebackers are Justin Keel, 6'2", 165 and a senior, along with Zach Kale, 6'2", 165 and a junior. Inside linebackers are Mitch Kurtz, 6'1", 170 and a senior. The other inside backer is Connor Drews, 6'3", 170. He is a senior. Meanwhile, the junior and Joe Holton, 5'10", 140 and a senior. At safety is Blake Poplinski, 6'2", 155 and a freshman. Meanwhile, offensive starters for Lake Country Lutheran, 11-0 on the year, coached by Greg Brasgell. And they'll start at quarterback Ethan Wilkins, a 6'2", 185-pound senior. Fullback is Jack Leverins, a junior, 6 feet tall, 210. Running back is Dane Vance, senior at 6 feet tall, 190. Tight end Andrew Schumacher, a 6'1 junior, 185. And some receivers include Bryce Hurdle, senior at 6'1", 175, and Will Brasgell, a junior at 5'7", 155. Looking at the line, the left tackle, or I should say the two tackles are Isaac Simons, 6 feet tall, 220-pound senior, and R.J. Frerking, a senior at 6'1", 250. The guards are Noah Vanderberg, 5'11 junior at 225, and Steve Johnson, 5'7", 160-pound junior. At center is Tom Johnson, a senior at 6 feet tall, 205. And those are your starting lineups. And Horicon Hustisford tonight in their black pants, black helmets, white jerseys with the orange numbers. Meanwhile, the Lightning in their dark blue jerseys, black pants, gray helmets. And we're ready to go. As here is the approach and the kick, and it's an end-over-end kick towards the far side of the field. It's going to be bobbled and picked up back at the 11-yard line, ahead to the 15, to the 20, up the right side of the field, breaking a tackle, and out across the 25-yard line. On the return was Xander Miller, a junior, 6 feet tall, 165. And they're going to mark this right about the 29-yard line. So it's a return of about to left as we see it here in the first period tonight. And again, beautiful night for football. The flag is hardly moving. So not much of a breeze at all on this very chilly night. So 1st and 10 for the Lightning. They've got the ball on their own 29-yard line. Ball's on the right hash. And the quarterback, Wilkins, ducks under center on this 1st and 10 play. Surveys the defense, looks around. He's going to hand it off. This is Vance, and gets dragged down after he crossed the 30-yard line out to about the 32. Justin Keel making the stop for Housticon after a gain of about 3 yards on the play. 2nd and 7 coming up now for the Lightning from their own 32-yard line. Vance, we talked about what just a world-class athlete this guy is. Vance on the season, I'll mention it again, 1,592 yards rushing, 23 touchdowns. He averages about 10 yards per carry. Couple receivers left. Now they motion a man. That's Brasgell going to the right side, and a handoff to Vance across the 35, and breaks the tackle 40 out to the left side. He breaks another tackle, dives across the 45 out to about the 48 before he finally tackled on the play by Blake Poplinski. That's a first down and more, as they'll mark it at the 48-yard line, gain of 16 for Vance, and a first down for the Lightning. Just underway in this ball game. We're not quite a minute in. Mike Tronson, Tim Haldeman with you from Lake Country Lutheran High School in Heartland. Single receivers to each side. 1st and 10 for the Lightning from their own 48-yard line. They motion a man. That's Schumacher going to the right. The toss is to Vance. Right side 45, cut back 50. Gets across the 50, and then linebacker. Gain of about 3, maybe 4 on the play even. Yeah, they'll give him 4 to the 48-yard line. And the Lightning have it in Marsh Falcon territory, 2nd and 6 from the Housticon 48.
Well, needless to say, the recipe thus far is Vance, Vance, and Vance, right?
Nothing fancy, right? It's just, yep, give it to Vance and let him do the dirty work.
When you've got over 1,500 yards in a year, that just all makes sense.
On 2nd and 6, here's Wilkins handing it up. Guess who? There's Vance, left side, 45, breaks the tackle 40, he's to the 35, and inside the 30, dragging tacklers with him, down to about the 25, maybe the 24-yard line. Vance with another big run. They're going to mark it right at the 25, so it's a gain of 23 on the play. And right now, Vance having his way, getting yards in big chunks. We're not even 2 minutes in, and it's 1st and 10 for the Lightning from the Housticon 25. Fresh set of downs for Lake Country.
And it's pretty apparent, Mike, they're heading to the outside on both sides of the football field.
Handoff, and this time Xander Miller with the carry. There's a flag on the play as he dives inside the 20. So they gave it to Xander Miller. That's a trick play. Handing it to somebody other than Vance. Right. And there is a flag that came in, so we'll check that out for you.
Flag is at the 22-yard line, about 3 yards downfield. Holding on the Lightning.
On the Lightning, so wipe that play off the board with 9:55 to go in period number 1. Again, if you want to send us an email tonight, let us know your name and where you're from. We're going to give you a shout-out on the air. My email address is wbevsports@hotmail.com. We don't care if what team you're a fan of. Send us an email. We'll mention your name and where you're from. After the penalty, 1st and 17 for the Lightning, back at the Housticon 32. They motion a man. Brasgell going to the right. Wilkins under center, takes the snap, hands it off. And on the carry, this time is the fullback, Leverance, and dragging a tackler with him inside the 25 down to about the 23-yard. He was dragging Connor Drews with him, the inside linebacker. Drews finally got him down, but after a pickup of about 9 or 10 on that play, see, they mark it at the
I gave
23. Yeah, okay, to the
I gave
23.
9, Mike. That's pretty
That
official.
works for me.
About as official as I'm going to get. By the way, there's an added incentive tonight to send Mike Tronson an email. We'll tell you about that when we come back here in a little bit.
2nd and 8 after that gain of 9. And a high snap. Wilkins out of the gun, throws, caught by Brasgell. He's inside the 20 and then gets taken down near the 15-yard line, tripped up by Justin Keel. And they'll mark it, looks like right at the 16-yard line.
We're going to give him 7.
So 7-yard gain is going to set up a 3rd and 1 for the Lightning. 8:40 and counting left in the first quarter. No score as of yet, but the Lightning are driving their first offensive possession of the game. They took the opening kickoff, and they're on the march. 3rd and less than a yard. Lightning have it at the Houston 16. Wilkins gives it to Vance, and
big play.
Oh, look at that. He didn't get it.
Oh, he lost yardage.
He lost yardage on the play.
He lost.
Matthew Walther, the defensive tackle, made a heck of a play dropping on the 19-yard line, but still, that is a heck of a play by Walther to bring down one of the best running backs you're going to see, and dropping him for a loss. Under 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. It's 4th and 4 for the Lightning on the Houston 19-yard line. Marsh Falcons trying to make a big stand, get the ball on downs possibly. Wilkins under center on this 4th down play, turns around, fakes the handoff, rolling to the right, throws on the run. It is caught, and breaking tackles and down inside the 5. On the reception was Andrew Schumacher, the tight end, and he picks up the first down. So they ran a fake there and a little bootleg out to the right by the quarterback, and he finds Schumacher for a first down as they will mark this now down at the 4-yard line. So 1st and goal.
19-yard gain on the play, and they used play action, Mike, and he rolled to his strong side, and he had Schumacher wide open.
1st and goal for Lake Country Lutheran at the 4. They hand it off, and breaking tackles Miller, and gets to about the 3, maybe the 2. Short yardage that time. Looks like Justin Keel was the defender there to make the stop after a gain of only 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal from the 3. See if Houston can come up with a big defensive stand here. Going to be tough. 2nd and goal now for the Lightning from the Marsh Falcons 3-yard line. A couple of receivers split wide to the right. Wilkins will duck under center as he takes a look at the defense. Now they motion a man going to the left, and the give is to Leverning. Leverance took the handoff in from 3 yards out, and with 6:52 to go in the first quarter, the Lightning grab a 6-0 lead.
10-play drive, took the Lightning 5 minutes and 8 seconds to go the 71 yards for the first score of the evening.
So Leverance takes it in from a couple of yards out. And now the conversion try. They did a little Daffy Duck formation there, as we like to call it, but now they'll line up in the more traditional sense of it. And kicking is Andrew Schumacher to try and tack on the extra point. And it's a fake. They're going to fake it, and they throw. It is incomplete as they wanted to hit Caleb Sturr out there on the right side, but the fake is not executed, and it's a 6-0 score in favor of Lake Country Lutheran. 6:52 left in the first quarter. We're back in 1 minute on 95.3 WXRO and DailyDodge.com. And the Marsh Falcons have the ball for the first time tonight, trailing 6-0, 1st and 10 from their own 27. And just trying to get receivers set here. They're going to put trips to the left, 2 receivers to the right, empty backfield. Now they motion a man. That's Gavin. And reverse, and they toss it to Brooks, left side. He's to the 34-yard line, and then he gets taken down right about there.
Mike, I love that play. I mean, that's one you draw up in the sand in the backyard. That is just absolutely outstanding. From the 27 out to the, help me, boys. Come on, 30, where are we? I can't see the sidelines here. They don't have the markers in the field. 50, 40, 33-yard lines. Is that right?
The ball's on the 34, Tim. And out of the gun on 1st and 10. Rolling Schmidt throwing, and it's caught on the near side of the field. And that was Mitch Kurtz that made the reception. So Kurtz gets out to the 35, so it's a gain of only about 1. And a 2nd and 9 coming up for Houston from the 35-yard line. On 2nd and 9, out of the gun is Schmidt. He's looking to throw. Here comes pressure. Throws down the middle of the field and looking for Keel. He's got it at the 30, to the 20, 10, and he's tackled. Hauls in the bomb from Dylan Schmidt.
55 yards.
Down to about the 9-yard line of Lake Country Lutheran with 5:37 to go in the first quarter. Lightning leads 6-0, but Houston in business. They're in the red zone. What a throw and what a catch and run by Justin Keel.
I'll tell you what, Justin Keel with such incredible athleticism at just being a junior, and he just outruns everybody, outfights everybody. When the ball is thrown up, he just does the job every time.
On 1st and goal from the 9, empty backfield, receiver supposed to say this. Schmidt's going to keep it.
5,
4 right side, cut back, and he is inside the pylon. Touchdown, Houston. Dylan Schmidt runs it in from 9 yards out. We are tied at 6 with 5:19 to go in the first quarter. It took less than 2 minutes for Horicon Hustisford to answer the touchdown by Lake Country Lutheran. We told you this was going to be good, folks. A 9-yard run for Schmidt on the keeper. And we're off and running in this one. And now they're going to go for 2. Same formation pretty much with receivers on both sides and an empty backfield. Schmidt out of the gun has the snap. 2-point conversion, throws to the left side, and it is caught by Brooks for the 2-point conversion. It is now 8-6 in favor of Horicon Hustisford with 5:19 to go in the first. Back in 1 minute, 95-3. And out across the 35, out near the 40, on the return for Lake Country Lutheran. Is that, I'm trying to see who that was. Was that, I believe that was Schumacher on the return. But anyways, it's now an 8-6 ball game in favor of Horicon Hustisford, Tim Haldeman.
In that last scoring drive, first scoring drive of the night, to take the lead 8-6 by the Marsh Falcons. They went 74 yards in 4 plays. Took them 1 minute and 49 seconds off this first quarter clock.
Lightning go back to work. 1st and 10 from their own 38-yard line. Wilkins under center, turns around, hands it off to Vance. Across the 40. 45 in a burst of speed, gets him out to about the 47-yard line before Poplinski brings him down with some help from a couple of teammates. That is a gain of almost 9, well over 9 yards on the run. It's going to be second and less than a yard with the ball now at the 47, or just shy of the 48.
Well, they're actually going to give him a first down. Oh, my goodness. Well,
oh, they did give him a first down. You're right. So it's 1st and 10 now from the 48. Initially, it looked like it would be a second and less than a yard.
it should have been, but it doesn't really make
Doesn't
a whole
matter.
lot.
Now they hand it off, and breaking tackles off the left side and getting inside the 40 of Houston was Leverance, the fullback. Now, tough to run as they get into enemy territory, and the ball will be spotted at the 38-yard line of Horicon Hustisford. Well, both these teams have shown already tonight they can get yardage in big chunks.
Yeah, and neither team has been able to spell defense yet. Whoa, man. You said big chunks. That's exactly the right term.
And on 1st and 10, handoff, and Vance up the middle, breaking tackles and getting down to the 30-yard line. That's a gain of about 8 on the play. Vance, they're all tough to bring down. I mean, no matter who you're talking about. Vance picks up 8. It's going to be 2nd and 2 for the Lightning at the Houston 30. 4:16 and counting left in period number 1. And right now it's 8-6 in favor of Horicon Hustisford. I've got some emails. I'll get to those here as soon as I can, folks. But again, right now, Lightning on the march, and they motion a man. That's Schumacher to the right. Handoff's going to go to Vance, and Vance is going to get
Didn't get it.
tied up. And, yeah, he did not get the first down. It would appear got maybe a yard. It looks like it's going to bring up a 3rd down and maybe a yard or a little bit less than that. Shane and Amanda are listening to the game in Lebanon tonight next to the fire. Well, that's a good night for a fire, isn't it? Thanks, Amanda and Shane, for tuning in tonight. That's our first email of the evening. We'll get to some more here in a moment. 3rd and a yard. Lake Country Lutheran on the Houston 29. Handoff Vance, and he didn't get it. He's going to be taken down. Actually, he's going to lose a yard on the play. The Houston defense, Evan Paul just checked in via email. Says, tuned into the radio at work. Great weather for football. Wishing he could be here. He'd like to see Horicon Hustisford pull off another amazing win, is what he says.
Is that Ralph's kid?
Evan Paul?
P-A-H-L?
P-A-H-L, yes.
I'll bet you that's Ralph Paul's kid. Haven't seen Ralph in ages. That's my fault. Sorry, Ralph, if you're listening, buddy.
And we'll get to some more emails here momentarily. 2:45 and counting left in the first quarter. It's 4th and about 2.
Timeout.
Yep, and a timeout being called here by Lake Country Lutheran, their first of the half. So another email to get to here. This is from Melissa. That says, what a start for my nephew, quarterback Dylan Schmidt. And she says, as a Hustisford grad, class of 86, she could not be more proud of the team. So that is a nice email we just got from Melissa listening tonight. Again, Melissa, Evan, Amanda, thanks for those emails. And send us your email. You give us your name and where you're from. We'll get you on the air tonight. I'll give you a shout-out. Again, WBEVsports@hotmail.com, WBEVsports@hotmail.com.
A little added incentive tonight, folks. Anybody going to the Badger game tomorrow? Badgers and Rutgers, 11 o'clock start. Our sister station, ESPN Madison, 100.5 FM, puts on a little tailgate party. Just down the street from Camp Randall, yours truly, compliments of Service Insurance Agency in Waterloo, Wisconsin. I have a couple of tailgate tickets for the first person that emails Mike and says that he can join me at 9 o'clock. And
Tackle, he's going to get the first down, and he's going to go inside the 15 to about the 14. They had him, Tim Haldeman.
Oh,
it looks like they had him, but he broke a tackle and was able to go up the middle and all the way to the, just inside the 15. A second effort, and he broke a couple of tackles on the way. It's a 15-yard gain and a 1st and 10 for the Lightning at the Houston 15-yard line, just
And
inside the 15.
Advance isn't
Wow.
all region, Mike. He gets thrown for a 2-yard loss.
That's right. Wilkins under center, split backs, and the handoff, and this is Miller getting inside the 5. Xander Miller takes it down inside the 5 to about the 4, maybe even the 3-yard. Let's see where they put it. It's another 1st down, so it's 1st and goal for the Lightning.
We're going to give him 11 on that, Mike, down to the 4.
Yep, down to the 4, it looks like. And
First and goal.
now they're putting the ball down. So right at the 4, and it's 1st and goal for Lake Country Lutheran. They trail by 2 at 8-6 with 2:09 to go first quarter, but a chance to reclaim the lead right here. 3 backs behind the quarterback, Wilkins, who ducks under center. 1st and goal, Lightning from the 4. Who are they going to give it to? They're going to give it to Miller, and he tried to go up the middle, and Miller gets to about, what,
He got the 2. He got half of it.
Yep. So you're right, Tim. And that will put the ball to 2, where it'll be 2nd and goal for the Lightning. By the way, St. Mary Springs leads Amherst 6-0 with 2:15 to play in the first quarter. Winner of that game gets the winner of this game in level 4 next week. We'll key yard line. And they motion a man. Schumacher to the right. Hand off Leverins, and he's got his 2nd touchdown for the Lightning. And there was a huge hole up the middle. He went into the end zone, Tim Haldeman, untouched. And it's 12-8 in favor of Lake Country Lutheran.
Holy smokes, Fats Domino could have gone through that hole. oh, my goodness. That was like 3 players wide. It was like the parting of the seas.
That's one of the best lines I've heard all year from you. Oh, my. Great blocking, no doubt.
8 plays, 62 yards. And the Lightning did that in 3 minutes and 48 seconds.
Schumacher's extra point attempt. It is up. It is good. And it's now 13-8 in favor of the Lightning with 1:25 left in quarter number 1. We're back in 1 minute on 95.3 WXRO and DailyDodge.com.
Your local Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly has a large selection of fresh produce, meats, seafood, deli, and bakery items, and great savings. Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly is proud to be serving Beaver Dam and the surrounding communities for over 50 years.
Yard line, ahead across the 30 up the left side, and then out near the 34, getting pushed back for Horicon Hustisford. On the return was Ethan Wilder, but Schumacher on the stop for the Lightning. It is now 13-8. Lake Country Lutheran leading Horicon Hustisford with $1:19 left in the first quarter of this Division 5 state quarterfinal game. Alongside Tim Haldeman, Mike Tronson with you. It'll be 1st and 10 for Houston from their own 39-yard line late first quarter, and right now in a dogfight, trailing by 5. A lot of fun so far, and we got a long way to go in this one. Thanks for joining us tonight. Ball's on the left hash, out of the gun. Schmidt with receivers to both sides. He wants to throw, pump fake, and he's going to throw across the middle. It's
wow! What
caught at the 45-yard line of Lake Country Lutheran. Guess who? Justin Keel with another outstanding grab. They'll put him down right at the 45 of Lake Country. And right now, Justin Keel having his way, hauling in those passes from Schmidt.
Mike, I just heard the gentleman to our right doing the clock or whatever, the PA, what have you, and he said, nice catch. Well, that was beyond nice catch. That was something you see on Sundays. That was that good. He was diving towards the near half of that football.
Trips to the
Incredible.
left. Two receivers right, empty backfield. Throwing is Schmidt. He wants to throw. Looking for somebody. And now he throws
Got
out
him.
but it's caught at the 33. And down inside the 25, near the 20, goes Ethan Wilder. So Wilder came back for that one and takes it down to the 21. It's a gain of 24 on the play with 34 seconds left in the first quarter. And as you said earlier, Tim, these two teams, the defenses are struggling against these very talented offenses as these teams getting yards in chunks.
Dylan Schmidt bought time, and rolling to his left. Didn't really have a whole lot of pressure. He had a man short, but he was covered, and then just lofted it over the defender right to Wilder for the
flag on the
penalty.
play. Yep, that one's blown dead. And, boy, Horicon, they have been using that same formation quite a bit here in the early going of this one, Tim, with trips to one side, two receivers to the other, and an empty backfield.
Listen to this, Mike. We've got 13 seconds left in the first quarter, and Dylan Schmidt is 4 for 4 passing the football for 97 yards. I mean, this is like Aaron Rodgers-esque.
Yeah, he's doing very well so far. Both these offenses are surging here in the early going of this one. All right, 5 seconds for. They're going to get a play off here before the end of the quarter. 2 seconds, 1, and they snap it. They're going to let him go. And this is Wilder coming to the right side and gets taken down. He couldn't turn the corner. He was tackled on the play by Jonathan Bushke, the cornerback. To get up, but it looks like well, that's Wilder. He ran the ball,
Yep.
but he lost yardage too.
Yeah, he lost a yard.
All right, that's the end of the quarter. After one period of play, our score is Lake Country Lutheran 13, Horicon Hustisford 8. We're back in 1 minute on 95.3 WXRO and DailyDodge.com.
Your local Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly has a large selection of fresh produce, meats, seafood, deli, and bakery items, and great savings. Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly is proud to be serving Beaver Dam and the surrounding communities for over 50 years.
We just got our new Tempur-Pedics in. Oh my gosh, they feel so amazing. I can't even describe. If you're a warm sleeper, you lay down and it's like heaven. Honestly, a lot of people are very warm sleepers. So these new Tempur-Pedics are even cooler, if you can imagine, than the other models.
And it's 2nd and 15 for Housticon from the Lightning 26. Break a tackle, he could not get by the defender. Brasgell out there.
He only got a yard.
And it'll set up about a 3rd and a 14. We have a score from the, at the end of the first quarter, up in Lomira, St. Mary Springs leads Amherst 6-0. Winner of that game plays the winner of this game next week in Level 4. We'll keep an eye on that one for you all night long. What a game that is. The defending D5 state champs versus the defending D6 state champs. 3rd and about 13, actually, for Housticon from the Lake Country Lutheran 26-yard line.
Penalty.
And the flag comes in before the ball's even snapped. Let's see what we got here. Illegal procedure, it looks like, against the March Falcons. I've got more emails coming in. I'll get to those here shortly. Another score to pass along. Sun Prairie and Fond du Lac are tied at 7 apiece late first quarter. That game is at Fruth Field in Fond du Lac tonight. All right, so it's now 3rd and 18. Housticon back at the 29 of the Lightning. Trips to the left. Two receivers right. Empty backfield. Schmidt to throw. Pump fake. Now he's going to launch it towards the left side. He's got a man. He dropped it. Brooks dropped it inside the 5. It would have been a sure touchdown. Oh, my. C.J. Brooks had an easy 6 points, but could not hang on to the football as the defender was about 4 or 5 steps behind him.
Square out and go, Mike, and Dylan Schmidt did the nice job on that one as he, faked the square out, and Brooks with a great move out here in the corner. He had one-on-one with a defender, and like you said, he had him by 4 steps.
4th and 18. They'll go for it. Schmidt to throw out of the
Blitz.
gun. It's batted down incomplete. The ball's going to go over on downs to Lake Country Lutheran. Well, that's a shame. The Marsh Falcons were so close and just could not punch it in. And now the Lightning will take over 1st and 10 on their own 29-yard line. More emails to pass along. We've got Hustisford alums Ryan and Alan Nails. They're listening to the game tonight up north in Glidden, Wisconsin. Thanks, boys, for tuning in. We appreciate it. We've got some folks here from Tennessee. They're watching the game in Tennessee. Horicon High School class of 1990, watching my best friend's son, Josh Thompson from Tennessee. I'll give you the name here in a second. 1st and 10 for the Lightning on their own 29. Handoff. Vance breaking tackles 30-35 out to the 41. So Vance picks up another 1st down, gain of 11. Almost 12 on the play. That was Amy Satterwhite, Amy Calise. Amy Calise Satterwhite checking in from Tennessee. And she says it's cold here, so I bet it's freezing up north. What's the temperature here right now?
Cold? They're probably in the low 60s in Tennessee.
I can tell you what the temperature is here tonight. The temperature here in Heartland, Wisconsin is 39 degrees.
It's beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
Yep,
Absolutely.
perfect for foot.
Ball's on the 41 of the Lightning, and Lake Country Lutheran driving handoff to the motion man off the right side. That is Vance again. And gets out to about the 46, picks up 5 on the play.
92 yards thus far for Dane Vance in but 12 carries.
9:52 and counting left until intermission here at Lake Country Lutheran. Right now the Lightning lead visiting Horicon Hustisford 13-8, and it's a 2nd down and 5 for the Lightning from their own 46-yard line. Couple receivers to the near side, split backs. Quarterback Wilkins is under center. They motion a man. Brasgell going to the far side, and the handoff's going to go to Vance. And he's met immediately. He's going to be dropped for a loss. Vance gets hit and dropped for a loss of 1 back to the 45.
Well, this is the big one right here. We got 3rd and a long 7 for the Lightning, and the Marsh Falcons have yet to stop Lake Country Lutheran. This would be a real feather in the cap, and especially after Brooks having dropped the touchdown pass just moments ago.
Out of the gun on 3rd and 6, rolling to the near side is Wilkins throwing, caught, and that's 1st down into Horicon Hustisford territory at the 46-yard line. Bryce Hurdle on the reception. On 3rd down are the Marsh Falcons. 1st and 10 for Lake Country Lutheran now at the 46-yard line of Housticon. And they'll put 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. This is an empty backfield. Wilkins lines up in the gun. Now they motion a man. That's Miller. He's going to take the handoff. Left side he goes. Yep, and he'll get taken down after getting inside the 45 to about the 44, maybe the 43. Yeah, give him a gain of 2. Yep, and it's going to be a 2nd down and 8. More emails coming in here. We've got Joy Pamperin, a Hustisford High School teacher, watching again from Horicon, moving towards another Marsh Falcon win. One more step on the road to state, she says. So, Joy, thanks for checking in for us. We do appreciate that. Go Husticon from Penny Sabluski. A special shout-out to Trent Keel from the Littericks and Sabluskis watching tonight in Horicon. Thanks for checking in. All right, on 2nd and 8. Handoff. Leverance straight ahead. Bringing the pile with him. Down inside the 35, down inside the 30 before getting taken down. He was dragging tacklers with him, and it's another 1st down to the 30-yard line, gain of about, 13 on the play. Again, just yards getting eaten up in chunks here.
Leverance is an absolute load.
He's something else.
He's the big boy in the middle, Mike, that just makes Vance that much better.
Again, if you'd like to send us an email tonight, give us your name and where you're from. We'll shout you out on the radio. WBEVsports@hotmail.com. WBEV handoff. And not much happening up the middle that time.
Full house backfield.
Yep.
You've seen that a couple of times, especially down by the goal line, Mike, and it gives them an extra blocker there in the backfield. But that time, Husticon came up big, held it to a gain of only 1.
It was Miller on the carry that time. Picked up 1. 2nd and 9 coming up. Clock is running, and we are now at exactly 7 minutes left in the first half. It's 13-8. Lake Country Lutheran on top of Horicon Hustisford. Lightning with the lead, and they're driving with the ball 2nd and 9 on the Marsh Falcons' 28-yard line. Out of the gun, Wilkins again with receivers to both sides. He wants to run to the near side and wants to throw. He's going to throw. It's going to be caught. Hurdle, and gets breaking tackles. He's down inside the 10, breaks another tackle, 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Lake Country Lutheran. Bryce Hurdle from, 28 yards out. And it's now 19-8 in favor of the Lightning. Wow.
And he broke a couple of tackles.
He did.
In the open field, boy, I'll tell you, that kid's got some talent. Wow, that was amazing. For you people that are watching it on video, wow, you saw a good one there. That's a great athlete right there.
Schumacher will attempt the extra point. Here's the kick. Plenty of leg. It is up and good. So it's now 20-8 in favor of Lake Country Lutheran with 6:36 to go in the first half. We will step aside for 1 minute. We're back right after this on
Your local Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly has a large selection of fresh produce, meats, seafood, deli, and bakery items, and great savings. Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly is proud to be serving Beaver Dam and the surrounding communities for over 50 years.
We just got our new Tempur-Pedics in. Oh my gosh, they feel so amazing. I can't even describe. If you're a warm sleeper, you lay down and it's like heaven. Honestly, a lot of people are very warm sleepers, so these new Tempur-Pedics are even cooler, if you can imagine, than the other models.
And, of course, they don't wait for us to come out of the break to kick it off. And Horicon Hustisford will have pretty good field position up near midfield. Caleb Gavin fielding the short kick and taking it out across the 45 to about the 46, maybe the 47-yard line. Mike Tronson, Tim Haldeman with you from Lake Country Lutheran High School in Heartland, not Jackson. We're in Heartland, Wisconsin. 6.5 minutes left in the second quarter, and it's 20-8 in favor of the Lightning. They lead Husticon.
As we have an officials timeout at this very moment, and we'll just recap that last drive for you. The Lightning went 71 yards, took them 4 minutes and 13 seconds on 7 plays, and Hurdle the last 28 on an absolutely highlight reel film catch and run as he caught it on the near hash mark and just cut cross country, breaking tackles, a couple of them, on his way into the end zone, and high stepping too at that. That kid's an athlete. Whew, wow. As the officials have figured things out here. Now they're talking to the Lightning head coach on the near sideline. Lutheran are on the near side, and we have to say, Mike, this is one of the nicest small town facilities we've had ever.
It's a great facility. Beautiful.
This is as
I want
good
to
as
thank
it
the
gets,
folks here at Lake Country Lutheran for their hospitality tonight and having us here, and
Man.
we really appreciate that. And they've got a great facility, and they've got a great football team here.
Lomira comes
my
close.
Goodness.
All right? Lomira's
This is pretty
good.
darn nice here, too. You bet. All right, 1st and 10 for Houston from their own 46. Trips to the left, 2 receivers right. And out of the gun, Schmidt coming to the near side. Looking to throw. He's going to tuck it under now. He's in trouble, trying to turn the corner. 45, steps out of bounds near the midfield stripe. He wanted to throw, but nobody was open downfield. He got to the 50, and that's where they'll mark it. After a gain of 4, it'll be 2nd and 6 for Horicon Hustisford. More emails coming in. We got a hello tonight from Katie and Kobe and Juneau. They say, go Houston. And thanks for them for checking in. Another email just came in for me. It says, this is from, they're watching the live stream from Horicon. Hello from Jaden Nye and Jesse and Kristen Eichhorst. Go Houston, they say. So again, thanks for those emails. Keep them coming, folks. We'll give you a shout-out on the air tonight. 2nd and 6 for the Marsh Falcons on the midfield stripe. And out of the gun,
Option.
Schmidt, the option. He tosses to
Pass.
halfback option. He
Oh,
throws off
baby.
his back foot. It's incomplete.
Ooh.
So they ran the halfback option, but not able to convert on the end of that play. And it goes incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
I'm going to tell you, Mike, the only person that ball would have been completed to would have been the guy running the – that's how far off the mark that one was. Oh, my goodness. That one must have slipped.
3rd and 6 for Houston. Ball's on the left hash, right on the 50-yard line with trips to the left again. Schmidt throwing. It is caught near the 41 and tackled at the 40 is Mitch Kurtz, but he's got enough for a 1st down. That's the big thing for Houston. They keep the drive alive, and they'll mark it right actually at the 40. So it was a gain of 10 on the pass play and a fresh set of downs for the Marsh Falcons. 6:09 in counting left until halftime festivities, and right now it's 20-8 in favor of Lake Country Lutheran, but the Marsh Falcons are on the march. 1st and 10 at the Lightning 40-yard line. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. They like that empty backfield again. Schmidt out of the gun, quick throw, near side, caught by Welder, and he fumbles the football.
Oh, he never had it.
Or did they say it? No, they're saying incomplete.
You're
They're
kidding
saying
me.
they're ruling it in. No, they aren't.
Oh, my.
Now they point, and the official came in saying incomplete, and then he points. So you explain that one to me. I don't think that he ever had it, Tim Haldeman.
I don't know. That was I'd have to see that one on film, Mike. That was a tough call.
Well, but the official came in waving like incomplete pass, and nope, they conferred, and they're still going to give it to the Lightning. So I don't know about that one, folks. They're saying maybe that he caught it and made a football move, and that's why maybe that was the ruling on it. I guess I'm not sure, but
I don't know.
It's a tough call. I mean, on their own 39. And on 1st and 10, Wilkins the play's blown dead.
I'd like to say that the red flag was thrown on the sideline. But
This isn't Lambeau Field here, folks.
Unfortunately, this is not college or
No.
pros where that's a legal thing to do.
Illegal procedure is the call against the Lightning. That'll back them up. Again, send us some more emails, folks. WBEVsports@hotmail.com. That's WBEVsports@hotmail.com. Tell me your name, where you're from, and we'll give you a shout-out on the air tonight. All right, 1st and 15 now for the Lightning, back at their own 34-yard line. Out of the gun is Wilkins. High snap, takes it, hands it to Vance. Left side he goes, breaks the tackle, and he can't turn the corner, though, as he's taken down right near the line of scrimmage. So
Got one.
good pursuit by the Marsh Falcon defense. He did get about a yard, but that's it. It'll be 2nd and 14 now with 5:28 left and counting in this first half of play. Scoreboard update here. Sun Prairie, let's see. Fond du Lac just had a pick 6. They lead 14-7 over Sun Prairie. 10:24 left in the second quarter of that big game up in Fond du Lac. Last we heard, St. Mary Springs was leading Amherst in Division 5. The winner of that game plays the winner of this one next week. And it's 2nd and about 13, they're going to call it. And the toss comes to Vance, coming to the near side, across the 35 and out across the 40 to the 41 before he is tackled on the play about, almost 5. And, yep, it's going to set up a 3rd down and roughly 8 to go.
Imperative right here that the defense comes up big, Mike. This is 3rd down and 9 after the 5-yard penalty to start the drive. for the Lightning. And after a couple of unfortunate plays that did not go Houston's way, this has to change the tide right here.
On 3rd and 9, Wilkins rolling to the far side, wants to throw on the run. He does. It is caught by Leverance, and is it inbounds?
Yep.
It is, for a first down. No, I beg your pardon, it's Zeke Hans. I thought it was Leverance. This is Zeke Hans. He's an exchange student from Latvia, made the reception and was able to get his feet down in bounds as they'll mark it at the 48-yard line of Houston. So again, unfortunately for the Marsh Falcons, they cannot get the defensive stop and get off the field.
11-yard gain in the play, and now Wilkins, goodness gracious, I've got him 5 for 5 for 74 yards.
On 1st and 10, the handoff goes to Vance. Trying to breaks the tackle, 45-40, and he is down inside the 40 to about the 37-yard line. Vance breaking a few more tackles, and it's another first down.
Over the 100-yard mark now for Vance. 16 carries for 108.
We're approaching the 4-minute mark and counting of the first half. It's 20-8 in favor of Lake Country Lutheran. Right now the Lightning trying to add to that lead. They're driving with we see it from our vantage point in the press box. Handoff. Vance breaks one tackle, can't get by the second man. And that was Dakota Reinwald that made the tackle.
Loss of 3 in the play.
Yep, loss of a couple. And it'll be 2nd and about 13 roughly, with the ball now just inside the 40-yard line of Horicon Hustisford. Thanks for tuning in tonight on WXRO and DailyDodge.com. Mike Tronson, Tim Haldeman with you. The multi-talented Jim Minshaw, our engineer, back in the studio tonight. Justin Wilski is our videographer filming tonight for you on Daily Dodge. And here is Wilkins. He had to throw it because he was going to be sacked, and he got rid of it just in time. That was tremendous pressure by Connor Drews, and Wilkins, running for his dear life, got rid of it at the last second and throws it incomplete on the near side of the field. It'll be 3rd and 13.
Yeah, great pressure coming from the outside. And, boy, I'll tell you what, I'd like to see that one on film, Mike, I'll tell you what, Wilkins may have had a knee down before he got rid of the football right there. That was very, very close. That was nearly a sack within a foot one way or the other.
Clock is stopped with 3:08 remaining in period number 2. We're almost to halftime. Lake Country Lutheran 20, Horicon Hustisford 8. Lightning break the huddle, and they've got a 3rd down and
timeout.
Yeah, now a timeout being called by
Lake
the Lightning. So we got an email here from Julia Poplinski, listening at the University of Minnesota Crookston
hey,
tonight.
She's a player.
She is.
Hoopster.
Oh, yeah.
I refereed her.
Julia, I called some of your games when you played in high school. You were very, very fine. Great player. Let's see. Julia's listening. She says, go Houston. Let's see. We got an email here from Andrew Barnett. It's I like the subject. It says, love for Dylan Schmidt. Dylan's uncle Andy, listening from Menominee Falls. That's not too far from here. And wishes he could be here, but loving the radio broadcast. He says, go Houston. So thanks, Andy, for checking in. Uncle Andy, we're going to call him. And again,
Uncle Bill.
Well, there's an Uncle
I
Bill.
heard
there's
him
an Uncle
earlier
Andy.
tonight on the way coming down,
The old
Mike.
Friday night BS.
You bet. Heard the
Barn Show.
The old troubadour doing his thing. You better believe it, man.
Send us an email,
Spit
WBEVsports@hotmail.com. That's WBEVsports@hotmail.com. Tell me your name and where you're from. I'll give you a shout out. All right, 3rd and 12 for the Lightning from the Houston 39. Back to throw. Wilkins got time. Launches it downfield. Wide open. And taking it in for the touchdown is Xander Miller. He was wide open. 39-yard touchdown pass from Wilkins to Miller, and it's 26-8 Lightning.
Mike, I'd like to see that one again, but I think he was the guy that he faked it to on the jet sweep. I think. I'm not positive, but he faked the jet sweep to him, and he just kept right on going around the right side, and just nobody picked him up. He just
For Schumacher, out of the hold of Hurdle. Kick is up, plenty of leg, and it is good. 27-8, Lightning lead the Marsh Falcons. 3 minutes to go first half. We'll take a 1-minute break, and we're back right after this on 95.3 WXRO and DailyDodge.com.
Your local Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly has a large selection of fresh produce, meats, seafood, deli, and bakery items, and great savings. Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly is proud to be serving Beaver Dam and the surrounding communities for over 50 years.
We just got our new Tempur-Pedics in. Oh my gosh, they feel so amazing. I can't even describe. If you're a warm sleeper, you lay down and it's like heaven. Honestly, a lot of people are very warm sleepers, so these new Tempur-Pedics are even cooler, if you can imagine, than the other models.
C.J. Brooks on the return for Housticon, out across the 25 to about the 26. 2 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in the first half of this Division 5 state quarterfinal. Lake Country Lutheran now leading Horicon Hustisford. Elmira, it's St. Mary Springs 6, Amherst nothing. Winner of that game plays the winner of our game next Friday in Level 4.
That last scoring drive for the Lightning, they went 61 yards in 6 plays. Took them 2 minutes and 48 seconds, and we've got a 27-8 ball game, and it's rather important. Got to get some points on the board in this drive here prior to halftime.
Brooks on the right side across the 25 as he took the handoff, tried to turn the corner and got out near the 29, but then got taken down. Schumacher there to bring him down. Leverance was there defensively.
I'm going to give him 3 out to the 30, Mike. Clock is running.
Yes, it is now.
2.5 minutes remaining in this first half.
And Husty has all 3 of its timeouts. So Horicon Hustisford, plenty of time, plenty of opportunity here. And they're going to put 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right, empty backfield. We've seen that all night long. Schmidt running now, right side, across the
first down, out
30.
of bounds.
And, yep, gets the first down. See where they mark it here. Schmidt that time on the keeper.
He didn't get the first down.
Oh, I thought he did. No, he didn't. He's a yard shy.
Yep.
Beg your pardon. So they're going to mark this at the 36. He needs about a yard or a little less than that, and he would have had the first down, but it was close. I was told by, I'll talk about this in a minute here. It is third and 1. Third and 1. Scoreboard said he gets up to about the 38, maybe the 39-yard line. We were talking about that fumble a little while ago, and my brother-in-law Bruce, who's a referee, says he said you don't need to make a football move in high school football to be a completed pass. So, thanks for setting us straight on that, Bruce. We appreciate it.
So, in other words, he's telling us that it was a fumble. Bruce, write us back. Were you watching on video, or were you?
I think he was listening, but he was probably just listening. But
I'd like to see it.
All right, 1st and 10. Housticon on their own 39, moving right to left, late first half. Schmidt's in trouble. He escapes one man, throws off his back foot. It's incomplete. Up near midfield, he wanted to hit Mitch Kurtz, and there was pretty darn good coverage out there provided by Will Brasgell. And it's going to bring up now 2nd and 10. Clock is stopped with $1:46 remaining in the first half of play. 27-8, Lake Country Lutheran leads Horicon Hustisford.
Well, the worst possible thing that could happen right here, Mike, is a turnover or 2 more incomplete passes and then give them the ball with a minute and 25 left. That would not be good either. That's way too much time for them.
Same formation. Trips left, 2 receivers right, pump fake by Schmidt out of the gun. Now he's going to launch it down the near side of the field. It's overthrown, almost intercepted. It was intended for Justin Keel, but actually it was almost intercepted by Xander Miller. He almost got it.
Yeah, he should have had it, very honestly. trying to worry about his feet and keeping his feet in bounds as opposed to actually catching the football.
I got some more email. Go Lightning. They're fans of Lake Country Lutheran. Thanks, guys, for checking in. We've got, do we have a timeout here? Let's see. No, we don't.
Nope, third
10. And 10. We'll get to the rest of them here in a moment. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Out of the gun is Schmidt. Has the snap. Good protection. Throws across the middle. Tipped, incomplete. I think they wanted to hit Keel, but it was tipped by Bryce Hurdle. And it's going to bring up 4th and 10. And now, as you said, Tim, this is...
First punt of the game, Mike. Right here. Tell me if I'm wrong. First punt of the game. Am I right?
I believe so, yes, as a matter of fact. So on 4th and 10, Houston will punt it away. Caleb Gavin to kick it. And it's going to take a Houston bounce, be fielded near the 26.
Oh,
and look out. This is Hurdle on the return across the 40-45 near side of the field, run out of bounds near the midfield stripe. And that's just what you didn't want to see if you're a fan of the Marsh Falcons, because now it's 1st and 10 for the Lightning near midfield. They have 1 timeout in 1 minute and 28 seconds in which to work.
And we already know they don't need 1 minute and 28 seconds to score. This is a very, very
well, that's it.
potent
Neither of
offense,
these teams
folks.
needs 1 minute 28
Right,
to score. We've
that's
seen
true.
that, yes.
Yeah.
That's what makes this so on their own 48-yard line. It's 27-8, Lake Country Lutheran leading Horicon Hustisford as we rapidly approach halftime. And on 1st and 10, Wilkins gives it up to Vance. Breaking tackles out across the 50-45. And boy, if he didn't lose his balance, now a late flag comes in.
15. That's another tough penalty.
And flags come in at the end of the play.
And another one coming in.
Yeah,
right
there's
the end.
2 of them.
They
And
couldn't have both been on the same play.
let's take a look at it here as we sort out the
one
penalty
was a
one.
late hit on the tackle. That one I can live with. It was an unfortunate penalty, but that is a penalty. Now, the second one that came in had absolutely no connection to the other one.
We'll get the call here from our official, our referee.
Dead ball foul. Personal foul.
Yeah, personal foul on Houston.
Well, apparently it was both on the same hit.
Yeah, but the second flag came out about 5 minutes after
Oh,
that.
heavens.
The first one, which was
Way
kind of surprising.
late.
Yeah, it was
And
very late.
And it wasn't thrown in the same area. So a gain on the play. Let's see. Oh, my goodness. 41.
1st and 10 now for the Lightning on the Houston. Wilkins going to throw, caught by Hurdle. Breaks 1 tackle, near sideline. Hurdles a man, gets to the 15, 10.
Oh,
He's to
are
the
you
5,
kidding me?
and a touchdown for the
Oh.
Lightning. Are you kidding me? What a run after the catch by Hurdle, breaking tackles, tiptoeing the near sideline. That was incredible. I tell you, that's just unbelievable athleticism. 33-8 in favor of the Lightning.
Folks, if you thought the first one was really good, which it was, that one was even better. I mean, you see a better play than that tomorrow all day long on college football. And I'm just not going to believe it, because that was just absolutely beyond belief.
Extra point attempt is up. No good.
That is way
He
wide.
missed it. Yeah,
Yep.
missed it wide.
Holy
But
mackerel.
it's now 33-8 in favor of Lake Country Lutheran. 59 seconds left in the first half. Back in 1 minute on WXRO and Daily.
Your local Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly has a large selection of fresh produce, meats, seafood, deli, and bakery items, and great savings. Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly is proud to be serving community in Beaver Dam and the surrounding community.
We just got our new Tempur-Pedics in. Oh my gosh, they feel so amazing. I can't even describe. If you're a warm sleeper, you lay down and it's like heaven. Honestly, a lot of people are very warm sleepers. So these new Tempur-Pedics are even cooler, if you can imagine, than the other models.
But with 52 seconds remaining in the first half, the Lightning have opened up a 33-8 lead over the Marsh Falcons, and I am still stunned by that last touchdown. I don't think I've ever seen something quite that amazing in high school football. In 22 years I've been doing this. That was inhuman. That was incredible. What a move, a series of moves by Hurdle to get into the end zone for Lake Country Lutheran. He's an amazing athlete, folks. It was incredible. And it's now 33-8. I'm sure my play-by-play didn't do it justice. It was unbelievable.
You're
folks.
right.
Thanks, Tim.
Mike, it was really good. It was very, very good.
It was.
Still didn't do it justice.
No, he didn't.
And
here's the reverse. This is Brooks coming to the near side. He's to the 30, breaks the tackle 35, and out to about the 38-yard line before getting taken down by Leverance.
And we've got a timeout by Houston. And 9-yard reserve penalty. What do we got? Timeout, Houston. Gain of 9 on the play for C.J. Brooks.
Yep. So they called timeout, and we'll keep it right here. More emails are coming in. Let's see what we got here. Hello from Wisconsin Rapids, and this is from Dwayne Jagodzinski. Thanks for the audio and video feed. Houston said you did such a great job last week. He was most anxious for tonight's game, and says, let's go Houston. That's Dwayne up in Wisconsin Rapids. Thanks, Dwayne, for checking in. We've got an email here from Nancy. Big shout-out to Houston. They say go Houston. Thanks for checking in. Let's see. Melissa just checked in again here. Says, as a Hustisford grad, class of 86, couldn't be more proud of the team and her nephew, Dylan Schmidt. Aunt Melissa and Uncle Matt listening and watching the live stream tonight in Denver, Colorado. How about that? Melissa, thank you so much for those words and checking in. And we've got Brian Vincent checking in from Horicon tonight. Says, time to make a comeback, team. Brian, thanks for checking in. We'll get to more emails here in a moment. It is 2nd and a yard for Houston from their own 37. Schmidt out of the gun, looking to throw, right side, caught. That's Kurtz, and gets tackled almost immediately. In fact, I don't know if he
did he get the first down.
He was right near the original line of scrimmage. I don't know if he got enough for the first down.
I don't think
Clock
so.
running 25 seconds and counting left in the half.
They're going to measure.
Yeah, they're going to have to measure this.
That's a very good call by the coaching staff right there. You get a free timeout because it's definitely within a yard. It's within a foot, one way or the other. And I think the coaching staff said, hey, the down markers are over here on our side of the football field. That's close enough to measure. I'm going to request a measurement, so you get a free timeout.
Well, but I thought I saw him signal timeout by Houston.
Oh, okay.
That's what it was, actually.
Right.
So another email here. This is from Diane, watching the game by live stream in Brookfield tonight, and says, go number 57, John. Thanks for checking in tonight. Again, if you want to send us an email, my email address is wbevsports@hotmail.com. wbevsports@hotmail.com. Send me your name and where you're from. I will definitely give you a shout-out on the air. Halftime score in Division I, Fond du Lac leads Sun Prairie at the half by the score of 14-7. Here, we're almost to halftime, 23.9 seconds remaining. And they are bringing the chains in, by the way, here to measure this. It's 33-8, Lake Country Lutheran. And the measurement says first down.
First down.
So there you go.
So gain of a yard on that play. So Dylan Schmidt now, let's see, he's got 8 completions out of 13 attempts for 112 yards. And understandably, Justin Keel with the most yardage in catching, 2 grabs for 72 yards.
First and 10 for the Marsh Falcons from their own 38-yard line. And we're just getting a little bit of a delay here. I'm not sure what the officials are discussing here at this point as they all huddle. So our officiating crew having a powwow out on the right hash mark.
Referee over here on the near sideline, I'd feel a little left out because he's talking to Justin Keel. Those two are having a nice discussion over here. They're discussing how much time is supposed to be on the clock.
I think, yep, and they're changing it now. Yep,
to
28 seconds now.
Okay, fair enough. We'll take an extra 4 seconds.
So here we go. It's first and 10, and now we're back to action with 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Schmidt out of the gun, empty backfield behind him. Will toss to the right side. It's caught, 40, 45, and out of bounds is Kurtz. Caliendo runs him out of bounds after a pickup of
5.
about 5. And it'll be 2nd and 5 now from the 43-yard line. Clock is stopped for the moment with 18.2 seconds remaining. And again, they'll spread them out with 2 receivers to the right and 3 to the left. Here's Schmidt taking the snap. Back to throw. Incomplete.
Nope.
Low throw over on the far side of the field as he was trying to hit Zach Keel. 14 seconds left in the half now. Houston with 2 timeouts, 14 seconds left, trailing in the ball game, 33-8. We have seen some fireworks tonight in this first half, and maybe Bryce Hurdle. That was incredible. That better be on ESPN tomorrow morning. Let me tell you, that was something else. 3rd and 5, and a toss to the
hook and ladder.
Hook and ladder.
Here we
Keel
go.
To Brooks.
Oh.
And he gets down inside the 40 and finally wrestled on. Nice play. The hook and ladder to Keel, who makes the catch immediately, tosses to Brooks coming around the corner. 6.2 seconds remaining in the half. And they're going to mark it at the 38-yard line.
19 yards.
And that's where it'll be 1st and 10 for Houston. And I believe they're going to call a timeout here, and they will. So a timeout has been called with 6.2 seconds remaining in the half as Houston tries to draw something up in the sand. Let's check out some more emails we've got here. Derek Fisher checks in again. What a play by Bryce Hurdle. Yeah, I would agree. It says, thanks for the live feed. Go Lightning. Thanks, Derek. I agree with you 100%. Incredible. Let's see. We've got an email here from Bethany. This says, thank you for broadcasting the game. Go Lightning from the Irish family in Oconomowoc. And, and they give a special shout-out. Good luck in the state championship game tomorrow, LCL volleyball. How about that, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good luck to them.
I remember them.
Goodness.
They defeated Waterloo last week. I was there.
Bethany Irish checking in tonight. Thanks, Bethany. Appreciate the email. Again, send us your emails, wbevsports@hotmail.com. Your name and where you're from, and we'll talk about you. We'll mention your name on the air. All right, back to live action, 1st and 10. This is Schmidt back to, and he gets tackled inside the 25, and time's going to expire at the end of the half. Yeah, unfortunately, with time pretty much expiring, not much they can do there. And so that's the way the first half comes to an end here in Heartland. And at the break, on the scoreboard, it is Lake Country Lutheran 33 and Horicon Hustisford 8. Stay with us. Our halftime report comes up in a few moments here on 95.3 WXRO and DailyDodge.com.
Your local Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly has a large selection of fresh produce, meats, seafood, deli, and bakery items, and great savings. Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly is proud to be serving Beaver Dam and the surrounding communities for over 50 years.
We just got our new Tempur-Pedics in. Oh my gosh, they feel so amazing. I can't even describe. If you're a warm sleeper, you lay down and it's like heaven. Honestly, a lot of people are very warm sleepers. So these new Tempur-Pedics are even cooler, if you can imagine, than the other models.
High school football. It's a Division V state quarterfinal matchup, and at the break tonight, it is Lake Country Lutheran leading Horicon Hustisford by the count of 33-8. And this broadcast here on WXRO and DailyDodge.com is brought to you by Hustisford State Bank, Racelers Flooring, Schultz's Bus Service, Columbus Family Dental, Landmark Credit Union, and a special thanks to our video stream sponsor tonight, Kurt's Service. And we could not bring this to you without their fine support. Well, sportsmanship doesn't stop when the game ends. It's part of the community you live in. Respect, character, dignity, and leading by example. Your community, your team. We are a proud sponsor of the WIAA Rural Mutual Insurance Sportsmanship Award since it started back in 1965. From football to volleyball to hockey to basketball, the award recognizes more than team sportsmanship. It recognizes that sportsmanship matters in your community. Visit www.ruralmutual.com/WIAA and see how our team and your community can work together to be true champions. It is 33-8. Lake Country Lutheran on top of Horicon Hustisford. At the break, Mike Tronson alongside Tim Haldeman. The multi-talented Jim Minchow back at the studio tonight is our engineer, and we want to thank Justin Wilski. They call him Ninja around the office. He is our videographer running the video stream camera tonight here at the football field. And 33-8 sounds pretty lopsided, but really watching this game in the first half, Horicon Hustisford is not that far away. They're just,
No.
I mean, they're down 33-8 because of really just a handful of plays, just outstanding plays that were made. Other than that, they're right there. They're right there.
Without a doubt. And, C.J. Brooks had an opportunity with a football right smack dab in between the 6 and the 6 on his jersey. I know that sounds foolish, but I mean, that just tells you it was right in the middle of his chest at about the 10-yard line, about a good 3 strides ahead of anybody else that was going to tackle him. That would have put the Marsh Falcons ahead in the ball game right near the end of the first quarter, and some just incredible athletic plays by Hurdle in particular. Now Hurdle isn't going to catch these passes and make these runs without the quarterback doing the job, and that's, of course, is Ethan Wilkins, the senior. But you've also got Dane Vance doing the job as he has carried the football 19 carries on the ground for a total of 143 yards. Jack Leverins, 5 carries for 41 yards. Mueller, 4 carries for 15. So you add up all those stats, Mike. You got 29 carries in the ground for the Lightning for 201 yards, 6 for 7 through the air for quarterback Ethan Wilkins for 113 yards, 314 total yards. Add them up. Incredible in the fact that Husticon rarely gives up more than 1 score in a football game throughout the entire season. Now, Husticon, on the other hand, they've been held in check, yes, on the ground. 8 carries for 45 yards, but the coaching staff had a mindset coming in, and that is the fact that, you know what, we're probably not going to be able to grind it out against these guys. We're going to have to use our athleticism. We've got C.J. Brooks, we've got Justin Keel, we've got Dustin Schmidt. We're going to have to open this thing up. If we have any chance whatsoever as underdogs, we're going to have to do that. And they did early. It was outstanding. The blueprint was written well, and they were following through with it extremely well. Unfortunately, it just didn't quite get carried through all the way to the end here in this first half. 11 for 18 through the air for the Marsh Falcons for 153 yards. And leading the way there, of course, Dustin Schmidt throwing the football,
Dylan
as
Schmidt,
I mentioned.
yep.
Dylan Schmidt, yep. And Mitchell Kurtz with 5 receptions for 35 yards. Actually, 6 receptions for 35 yards. And Justin Keel, a couple of grabs for 72. And the big one was the 56 on the first drive of the ball game to set them up for the first score as they took that 8-6 lead. But only about 7 minutes into the football game, and things just sort of went sour rather early in the second quarter. But that's where we stand here at half.
Summary, about midway through the first quarter is when it got going. Lake Country Lutheran getting on the board first tonight, as it was the fullback, Jack Leverins, taking it in from 3 yards out with 6:52 to go in the first quarter. A 2-point conversion try failed. They actually faked the kick and tried to go for 2. It failed. So 6:52 to go in the first quarter. It was already 6-0 Lake Country Lutheran. Less than 2 minutes later, Husticon answered as Dylan Schmidt ran it in from 9 yards out. A 2-point pass to Brooks made it 8-6 in favor of Horicon Hustisford with 5:19 to go in the first quarter. Then with 1:25 left in the period, it was the Lightning reclaiming the lead as Leverance ran it in again, this time from 2 yards out. The extra point was tacked on by Schumacher to make it 13-8 Lake Country Lutheran. Flip ahead now to the second quarter. About midway through, 6:36 left in the half. It was Hurdle with the first of his 2 touchdowns. He hauled in a 28-yard reception from the quarterback Wilkins. Extra point was good to make it 20-8 Lake Country Lutheran. Then, with 3 minutes to go in the half, Wilkins with a 38-yard touchdown pass to Xander Miller, who was wide open down the field. Extra point to make it 27-8 in favor of the Lightning. And then one of the most incredible plays I've seen maybe ever. With 59 seconds remaining in the half, Wilkins with a 26-yard pass to Bryce Hurdle, and it was an incredible run down the near sideline, breaking tackles, making cutbacks to take it in from 26 yards out. The extra point, Lake Country Lutheran, and that's our score at the break.
And Mike, I can't help but make this comparison, the fact that his name is Hurdle.
Yeah, because he hurdled at least one player, maybe two on that way.
Both of his receptions.
Yeah. Oh,
both
incredible.
of his receptions. I mean, one was for 26, one was for 28. These are his 2 touchdowns. And both of them were probably no more than maximum 10 yards down the field. They were probably 7 to 8 yard passes. And then from there, he just did the dirty work. You used the word incredible. I don't know what other words we can, what other adjectives we can use. And Derek Fisher, help us out. Text us something, give us some kind of another adjective that can possibly explain it to the folks at home. Wow, you just shake your head. You said, I don't know, superhuman. It might even be apropos here, Mike. They were just beyond belief.
Score update. They're in the middle of the third quarter now up in Lomira. St. Mary Springs leads Amherst by the score of 6-0. So a tight game there between the defending Division 5 state champions and the defending Division 6 state champions. The winner of that game between Springs and Amherst plays the winner of our game next week in Level 4. So we'll keep you posted on that game. Let's see here. We've got more emails coming in. Let's get to those right now. We've got an email here from Greg Betcher. And a shout-out to Houston Coach Miller front in. We do appreciate that. Let's see. Got another email here from Linda. This is, it says, Go Houston. Shout-out to my nephew, C.J. Brooks, watching on the live feed from Dave and Linda Sugden. They're in Grand Rapids, Michigan tonight. Thanks for the checking in. We appreciate it. Allison from Hustisford checked in. She says, Go Houston. So, Allison, thank you very much for that email. Let's see. We've got a hello from Ozaki County. It says, watching the boys live tonight. Go Houston. This is Mr. Izzy and Nancy checking in from Ozaki County. Thank you very much. And see another one here. This is Hubert Albert, Hustisford alum, class of 1973. Hubert, thanks so much for your email tonight. He says, Go Houston. So again, if you want to send me an email, please do that. Give me your name and where you're from. I'll give you a shout out. That email address is wbevsports@hotmail.com. Again, wbevsports@hotmail.com. We will give you 15 seconds of fame.
Mike, my wonderment is, where's the dude from Hong Kong?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Somebody wake him up.
Well, what time is it in Hong Kong?
I was just going to say, it's got to be
the
like
day is it?
2 in the morning or so. No, it's probably
more than
tomorrow.
That. Yeah, it could be tomorrow.
Way tomorrow. I mean, it's like probably, 11 a.m.? I don't know. Who knows?
You're asking the wrong guy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Does it make a difference if you turn your clock back this weekend? Yeah, that throws a little wrench in it, too.
That would throw a wrench in it, too.
All right.
Yes, it would. Division 5 state quarterfinal. Hey, a reminder that tomorrow morning you can tune in to WXRO and DailyDodge.com for the high school OT. Kevin Haugen, Wade Bates will have the show for you, and tomorrow they will have their annual hockey preview. It's going to be the Beaver Dam boys and girls hockey coaches joining them on the program. The Waupun hockey coach will be on as well, and I'm sure they're going to be talking some football after we get done tonight here. They'll have a lot to talk about on the show tomorrow with Horicon Hustisford and Lake Country Lutheran. But that's a great show. It's every Saturday morning from 8 to 9 during the fall and winter sports seasons, and you can hear it right here on WXRO and DailyDodge.com. Hope you'll join us tomorrow for the high school OT, Wade and Kevin.
And the voice of WBEV and WXRO hockey, none other than the man sitting to my right, Mike Tronson, ladies and gentlemen. Native of Minnesota. The guy knows hockey. And you and I did a bunch of hockey games back in the day.
We did.
Back in the day.
We did, didn't
At
we?
least I had a day.
Tim, you've had more than a day.
Have I? Okay. Well, thank you.
I'm just looking at you right now. You've had a couple of weeks.
Well, thanks. I think that's a thanks.
And I mean that sincerely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. No.
But, yeah, Mike does. Folks, if you've never listened to Mike Tronson do hockey on the radio, you got to do it.
Then you're lucky if you've never listened
to the guy's a star.
Do hockey.
He's a budding star and does a wonderful job. And, I for you when you got first started in high school.
Oh, no, you were. Absolutely.
But as far as hockey goes, you just know the game extremely well. Having grown up in Minnesota, you were born with a puck in your mouth, and I think that's why you look the way you
wish I
do.
would have stayed there.
But don't know if you ever played. I don't think so.
No, I never played organized hockey. My hockey experience, playing experience, was in the street. Neighborhood kids would go out in the street. We play in the street.
Yeah.
We play street hockey.
Sure.
Or pond hockey, or
Right.
Phi Ed class in grade school. We play floor hockey. That was the extent of my playing experience. And but it was fun. I mean, I had a hockey stick in the garage, and I'd grab that thing and we'd go play.
I got to tell you, my total experience in playing hockey, when the creek flooded or the river flooded at home in the fall, we always liked that because we had some backwater up into our property. And then it flooded, and we didn't ever have puck. They were too
tennis
expensive.
Ball or something like that?
No, we took an old beer can and filled it full of cement.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm serious.
Well,
That's what we used.
I guess that works.
Yeah, it worked. And, we didn't have hockey sticks. We used branches off the tree. We were poor.
You were, I guess.
I'm not joking.
You were very innovative when it came to that.
We had to do that, man. And we had figure skates. We did have figure skates. But, no, my extent of actually playing hockey was I played a father-son game one time when my youngster was like 4 years old before we moved from Beaver Dam to Waterloo.
Uh-huh.
And, I played in a second Zamboni.
Okay.
They didn't really need to clean the ice off after I was done because I pretty much had cleaned it up. The majority of the ice was on my seat.
That's something that I've never done that I want to do. Is I want to drive a Zamboni.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool.
I would, or just
Bucket
ride on one.
Bucket list.
I want to drive or ride on a Zamboni.
Yeah.
That is my little Walter Mitty fantasy there.
There you go.
I've never done it, and when you go to Milwaukee Admirals games, they take people for rides on Zamboni. I got to find out how I get involved in that.
Well, if you get more than $1 out of your pocket once, that would probably.
Are you implying that I'm cheap? I wish.
I'm just saying, more than $1. Maybe you actually have to pay something to wave to the fans.
Okay, then we'll talk to it. We'll talk about it.
Go.
But I'd love to do it. I'm serious. I want to ride on a Zamboni.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Because let's just face it, it's cool to say Zamboni.
Yeah.
It's just a great word. Let's see here. I got some more emails coming in from Matt Yankee. Matt in Marquezan, living and drinking the high life, harvesting corn and milk. Thanks for the great game, he says. Matt, thanks for checking in tonight. And, hey, Joy Pamperin checking back in again. Says, she believes in the Marsh Falcons. You can do it. Marching to state. Joy says she believes they can come back. Again, send us an email, wbevsports@hotmail.com. That's wbevsports@hotmail.com. Tell me your name, where you're from. I'll give you a shout-out on the radio tonight. Third quarter here. Now, Houston's going to get the second half kickoff, trailing 33-8 on the scoreboard in this Division V state quarterfinal game. And just getting ready to kick things off here. Thanks for listening tonight, though, folks, on WXRO and DailyDodge.com. A lot of great businesses that make this game possible tonight. Kurt's Service, Hustisford State Bank, Raisler's Flooring, Schultz's Bus Service, Columbus Family Dental, and Landmark Credit Union. Squib kick, ground ball, going to be taken by one of the upmen across the 40 out to about the 42-yard line. On the return was Ethan Budnick, as that was a short squib kick that bounced up in the air, and Budnick with a short return.
Mike, I think, most of the kickoffs that the Lightning have had tonight have been a type of squib kick like that. But that is a in reference to the fact that C.J. Brooks and Justin Keel are back there as threatening them to take it all the way.
Well, that's exactly it. I mean, you're playing with fire if you kick to C.J. Brooks. 1st and 10 for Houston from their own 42, moving right to left, and they'll keep it on the ground this time, which they have not done much of tonight. Caleb Gavin, I believe, was that? Yep, Gavin was the ball carrier. And I hear a helicopter above us, and I'm wondering if that's the television station out of Milwaukee doing their football frenzy, the local TV station there.
They could have stayed in their TV station and got our feed.
Well, yeah, they could have. 2nd and 9. After a gain of 1 on the last play, a throw by Schmidt, caught across the middle and tackled almost immediately was Brooks. He was tackled on the play by Nate Schumacher. It is, let's see, gain of about 4.
Yep.
And it will bring up 3rd down and 5 for Houston, with the ball now at the 47-yard line, just underway in the second half. It's 33-8, Lake Country Lutheran. But Houston, with their capability offensively, let's see if they can get back into this one. Out of the gun, Schmidt has the snap, pressure coming.
Blitz.
He's in trouble, and he's going to run to the right side, so looking to throw. He does. It's incomplete. He was running for dear life and tried to get it to Kurtz, but that was incomplete as the ball was underthrown. It'll bring up a 4th and 5 for the Marsh Falcons.
Boy,
Now,
it's tempting, Mike, to go for it here.
it really is.
It's really tempting. But punt
They're gonna,
formation.
yep, they're gonna punt it. And it's tough when you're down this much, but and you're down by 25 points. But nope, they're gonna kick it. Low snap, bobbled. Gavin trying to get it away, and he ran with it for a little bit. Now he gets the kick
Nice
away.
kick.
Yeah, very good kick and a fair catch made at the 24-yard line. Email here, watching our cousin C.J. Brooks from New Prague, Minnesota. That's Scott and Deanna checking in tonight. And I have relatives that not in New Prague, but that live not too far from there in Le Sueur, Minnesota. And I've been to New Prague several times throughout the years.
Here, I've been mispronouncing it my
It's
entire
not Prague.
life.
It's New Prague, yes.
No, Prague is in
Prague,
Czechoslovakia.
yeah. Some people pronounce it New Prague, and they're wrong. It's New Prague, Minnesota.
All right.
I grew up there, so unless I've been pronouncing it wrong for a lot of years, no, it's New Prague. And not just down the road from Le Sueur, Minnesota, where my relatives are from. A lot of them are. 1st and 10, Lightning on their own 23, going left to right, third quarter handoff. Vance off the left side, 25, 30, 35. He's out across the 40, 45, 50, and a little cutback, sideline 40, and finally pushed out of bounds near the 35 of Houston. Vance with a huge gainer on his first touch of the second half. He's already into Houston territory, and they'll mark him at the 40-yard line.
37-yard gain, and he now has 194 yards in the night in 20 carries. So divide that by 20, and you just about at that 10 yards per carry, Mike, which is what he has averaged all year long.
We talked about that. 1st and 10 now for the Lightning from the Marsh Falcons 40. Split backs, 2 receivers to the left. Now they motion a man. Hurdle coming to the near side, but a handoff. Vance inside the 40, inside the 35 before he gets tripped up. That was down, but another nice pickup.
And we're gonna give him what, 7 or 6?
I would give him 6 to the
All right,
34-yard line.
that gives him an even 2.
No, I'd say I beg your pardon. Give him, yeah.
I'm
we'll
gonna give him
6,
7. I'm gonna give him 7.
It's tough sometimes
Yeah.
because they, but we'll be generous. 2nd and 3 from the 33. Here is Wilkins turning around, giving it to Vance. Left side, breaks a tackle, but can't get by the second man.
Nothing
And that
going.
was Wilder that brought him down. Ethan Wilder. After a gain of, what, about a yard?
Well, let's see. I gave him 7 on the first one, so we didn't give him anything on that one.
At the end of the third quarter, it's St. Mary Springs leading Amherst 6-0. The 6 points scored by St. Mary Springs, the fewest points they've scored all season. The fewest previous was in week number 8. They scored 20 against Mayville. Otherwise, they're a high-scoring team. But Amherst, of course, the defending D5 state champs. 3rd and 3 for the Lightning from the 33 of Houston. Coming to the near side, Wilkins on the run, going to tuck it under. He's to the 30 and dives for a first down. Gets inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28, but he's got enough for a first down for the Lightning. 8:45 to go, third quarter. Lake Country Lutheran 33, Horicon Hustisford 8. And the chains moving once again for the Lightning.
Gain of 6 on that play. And you can see that Wilkins isn't the kind that really likes to tuck it under often.
No.
But he really doesn't have to in this kind of offense.
And a handoff to Vance. Left side, cut back up the middle, 20, 15, he's to the 10, he's to the 5, and down inside the 5. He almost took it to the house. Vance gets a 1st and goal for the Lightning as he burst up the middle. Nice little cutback, breaking tackles along the way, and they'll mark this.
26-yard gain
Yep.
down to the 2. Well, they're going to mark it at the 3.
All right, 25 yards, but still, just another amazing run by Vance. And now 1st and goal for the Lightning from the 3-yard line with 8:09 to go in the third.
Well, just like all good high school backs, Mike, he's got great balance, great vision. He's quick. He's hard to bring down. He's stocky. He's a good football player. He'll be playing next year somewhere.
On 1st and goal from the 3, Wilkins turns around, hands it up, and they're going to stop him as they hand off to Vance, and looks like he got maybe a yard to the 2. Let's see. Let's check that again. Nope, no gain or loss. So it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 3. Good time, a good defense that time by Housticon. Just a great, great night for high school football. It's chilly, of course. It's in the upper 30s, but who wish they were playing tonight? 2nd and goal from the 3. Wilkins gives it to Vance. Yep, straight ahead. Touchdown, Lake Country Lutheran. Vance from 3 yards out. And with 7 minutes to go in the third quarter, it's now 39-8 in favor of the Lightning. So Vance gets his first touchdown, a 3-yarder.
Six plays, 3 minutes and 37 seconds, and the Lightning went 77 yards.
They just continue to pour it on here. They are something else. Extra point attempt is up and good. It's 40-8 in favor of Lake Country Lutheran. They lead Horicon Hustisford. 7 minutes to go, third quarter. We're back in 1 minute on WXRO. And
Your local Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly has a large selection of fresh produce, meats, seafood, deli, and bakery items, and great savings. Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly is proud to be serving Beaver Dam and the surrounding communities for over 50 years.
We just got our new Tempur-Pedics in. Oh my gosh, they feel so amazing. I can't even describe. If you're a warm sleeper, you lay down and it's like heaven. Honestly, a lot of people are very warm sleepers, so these new Tempur-Pedics are even cooler, if you can imagine, than the other models.
C.J. Brooks on the return for Housticon out across the 30-yard line, near the 34-yard line. We'll see where they mark it, but we barely have time to get our break in, and we come back and they've already kicked it off. Anyways, 6:52 to go in period number 3 here in Heartland. And the score now is Lake Country Lutheran 40 and Horicon Hustisford 8. Houston with a 1st and 10. And moving right to left from its own 33-yard line. On 1st and 10, they motion a man. That's Wilder going to the far side. High snap. Schmidt hands it off. Brooks straight ahead, breaking tackles across the 35. Out about the 37. Let's see where they put it. Maybe the 38.
We're going to give him 5, Mike. C.J. Brooks now has 29 carries. Pardon me, 29 yards on 4 carries. That's a nice average, but, you know, the Marsh Falcons just haven't had the opportunity to really run the football that often.
No, they really haven't.
As unfortunately
They have
been
not.
behind since the early stages of the second quarter.
2nd and 5 from the 38. Wilder again in motion out of the gun. Schmidt fakes the handoff, going to run with it and breaks the tackle, but he's in trouble. Back towards the original line of scrimmage, and that I think that's where they're going to mark him down, which would be no gain or loss, and now sets up a 3rd down and 5 for Houston from their own 38 with under 6 minutes to go, 3rd quarter, and a 40-8 lead for the Lightning.
I'll tell you what, that didn't have all the qualities of the runs that Hurdle made in the first half for touchdowns, but Dustin Schmidt was making people miss out there.
Dylan
Schmidt, pardon me.
3rd and 5 with 2 receivers to each side. Brooks in the backfield. Actually, it was Gavin, I should say. They throw, and it's intercepted, tipped, intercepted, and taken down inside the 40. I'm trying to see who got the ball. It was Brasgell. Brasgell with the interception. So Will Brasgell picks off the pass, and Lake Country Lutheran's going to have it at the Horicon Hustisford 36-yard line. And leading right now 40-8 with 5:24 to go in the 3rd quarter. And they're thinking right now one more score here, and we've got a running clock. And I don't know if you see a lot of running clocks in level 3, because when you get to this point in the playoffs, everybody's good. And I'm not saying Horicon Hustisford isn't good, because they are, but Lake Country Lutheran is something else. And here's Vance, handoff, breaks a tackle. He should have gone down about 5 yards ago, and instead he pushes his way to the 34.
My goodness.
Yeah, that's how good they are. I mean, that's the reason that this Lightning team was the Division 5 runner-up last year in Madison. They've got a lot of talent. There's a lot of talent, and it's on display here tonight. Gain of 1. So all that for a gain of 1 at 2nd and 9. Ball now at the Houston 35. Out of the gun. Wilkins throws, caught. Leverins inside the 30, flag on the play. Leverins takes it inside the 30, but there is penalty laundry on the carpet. So we'll get the call here from our officiating crew momentarily. Gavin and Kurtz out there defensively for the Marsh Falcons. And is it a hold?
The Lightning are walking backwards. That's usually a pretty good sign.
Hold? Oh, block in the back. Illegal block in the back on the Lightning.
From the spot of the foul, so it'll be about a 5-yard penalty, actually.
They're going to mark it back at the 41-yard line. So it will be 2nd down and about 15. 2nd and 15 for the Lightning from the Marsh Falcon 41-yard line with 2 receivers to the near side and 1 to the left. And now running is Wilkins, throwing on the run. Yard line for a gain of 10.
He fit that in between
a couple of defenders.
Three white shirts somehow or another. Wow.
Incredible. I mean, that's Aaron Rodgers like there to kind of, slip it into a narrow little area there, and then Brasgell with a catch. Wow. And it's third down and about 4 now. Maybe a little less than 5 from the 30-yard line. Incredible. Out of the gun, Wilkins trips to the left. Vance the lone back, but they throw. Tip.
Big number 78 got that one.
Big number 78 is Matthew Walter, defensive tackle. And it's going to be fourth down, but obviously here you're on the 30-yard line in enemy territory. You're going to go for it on 4th and 4, and you've got a 40-8 lead. Clock with 3:46 remaining in period number 3. Single receiver to the right, again 3 to the left. Vance in the backfield, standing next to Wilkins out of the gun. Hands it off to Vance. Right side, inside the 30, 25, breaks a tackle, dives towards the 20. And he's got a first down. Well, we've seen that all night long from Vance. Kale on the stop for Housticon. Again, you can send us an email here, and we'll give you a shout-out on the broadcast. Email me tonight, wbevsports@hotmail.com. Send me your name and where you're from, and we'll mention you on the air during the remainder of our broadcast tonight. 3:20 and counting, left in the third. 1st and 10 for the Lightning. They're on the Housticon 20. Handoff Vance, and tough going up the middle that time. That was Ethan Budnick on the stop, limiting the damage to a gain of only about a yard that time. 2nd and 9 now for the Lightning at the Horicon Husty 19-yard line. Mike Tronson, Tim Alderman with you tonight. Jimmy Minchow is our engineer at the 95.3 studios. Justin Wilski upstairs running the video camera for us here at the football field. And on 2nd and 9, Wilkins running to the near side, wants to throw. He does throw, incomplete. Bryce Hurdle was down there, the intended receiver, but pass is incomplete, out of bounds on the near side. And it'll stop the clock with 2:37 remaining in the third period. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 9 for the Lightning at the 19-yard line of the Marsh Falcons. Last we heard, St. Mary Springs was leading Amherst 6-0 in their game. And actually, Springs just scored again. It blocked extra point and makes it now 12-0 St. Mary Springs with 5 minutes to play in that game. So St. Mary Springs is closing in on a trip to level 4. And again, they would face Lake Myra Holds tonight. That's where where St. Mary Springs and Amherst are playing tonight.
We've got a penalty.
Yeah,
here.
I didn't see the flag initially, but there's a penalty on the Lightning.
I didn't recognize the call either.
And I didn't see it until after you'd made the call, Tim. Chop block was the call. So they mark it back at the 30-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and about 20. I want to thank Andrew Wallace, who was with us on site last week. He's been sending me those scores all night long from St. Mary Springs. On 2nd and 20, this is Wilkins, bootleg to the left, throws on the run.
Oh, my.
And it is caught? Yes!
Oh, my goodness.
That was Andrew Schumacher making the catch on the far side of the field. Are you kidding me? What an adjustment and grab as he made the catch in bounds and picks up about 9 yards on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 11. Another email just came in. This is from Roger Hildebrandt from the combine in the cornfield.
Hey, Raj, how you doing, buddy?
He's doing his field work late at night listening to us. Thanks, Roger. Appreciate the email.
I know right where he's at.
3rd and 1. Or, excuse me, 3rd and 11. I beg your pardon. Handoff. Vance, straight ahead. Breaking tackles, down inside the 10, pushing his way towards the 5. And that's a gain of about 15. Let's see where they mark it, but it's going to be 1st and goal for the Lightning.
Yeah, I got Vance now for official, to say the least. Excuse me.
So it's 1st and goal for Lake Country Lutheran from the 5-yard line. Clock running with 1.5 minutes to go, third quarter, and they already lead it 40-8. Looking to get the running clock in effect here. Handoff and trying to go right side. Was that Leverance?
Yep. No gain.
Well, they marked it at the 4, so it was a gain of 1.
I trust your judgment, Mike.
So 2nd and goal now for the Lightning at the 4-yard line with under a minute to play in the period. Wilkins under center. They motion a man to the right. Handoff, Leverance through a hole left side, diving towards the goal line.
Down to the 2.
And he didn't get in, right, he's a little bit short. Kurtz on the stop. And ball now at the 2 where it will be 3rd down and goal. And the clock continuing to tick away in the end of the 3rd quarter here. 23 seconds remaining in the period. 3rd down and goal. Lake Country Lutheran at the 2 with receivers to both sides. Out of the gun is Wilkins. Throwing. Caught. Touchdown. Bryce Hurdle from 2 yards out. Comes with 9.3 seconds left in the period.
Hurdle's 3rd touchdown catch of the night. This one probably the least spectacular of all 3.
Yes, it was.
Little square out from 2 yards out.
So now the extra point attempt, and the kick is up, and this one is good. So 47-8, Lake Country Lutheran leads Houston. 9 seconds left in the period. We're back in 1 minute. 95.3 WXRO and DailyDodge.com.
Your local Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly has a large selection of fresh produce, meats, seafood, deli, and bakery items, and great savings. Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly is proud to be serving Beaver Dam and the surrounding communities for over 50 years.
Oh, I saw them.
We just got our new Tempur-Pedics in. Oh my gosh, they feel so amazing. I can't even describe. If you're a warm sleeper, you lay down and it's like heaven. Honestly, a lot of people are very warm sleepers. So these new Tempur-Pedics are even cooler, if you can imagine, than the other models.
Six to the 10 to the 15. Near side, he is at the 20, trying to turn the corner.
Penalty.
And a flag down as he gets tackled on the play by Nate Schumacher. 47-8. Now the clock has just expired at the end of the period. I wanted to see what that flag was about.
That one's going to go on Houston. Illegal block out here on the near hash mark. Illegal use of hands.
And the quarter has come to an end. So let's take a break, and we'll sort it out when we come back in 1 minute here on WXRO and Daily Dot.
Your local Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly has a large selection of fresh produce, meats, seafood, deli, and bakery items, and great savings. Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly is proud to be serving Beaver Dam and the surrounding communities for over 50 years.
We just got our new Tempur-Pedics in. Oh my gosh, they feel so amazing. I can't even describe. If you're a warm sleeper, you lay down and it's like heaven. Honestly, a lot of people are very warm sleepers. So these new Tempur-Pedics are even cooler, if you can imagine, than the other models.
Start the fourth quarter. It is 47-8 in favor of the Lightning. They lead the Marsh Falcons in this Division 5 state quarterfinal, and they are heading for a date next week with St. Mary's Springs in level 4 of the postseason. Now, what is the they were still sorting out that penalty from the end of the third quarter.
Mike, I'm wondering if there was 2 fouls, actually.
Well, that's what I thought I heard here in the background.
Right.
Were there 2 fouls
Right.
on that play?
And they walked it off, and then they blew their whistle, and then they did it again. They went back a few more yards, so which is half the distance to the goal. I mean, it's just putting salve on a wound here is about all it's doing.
By the way, now we're going to have a running clock here in the fourth quarter because the 35-point rule is in effect. Is if one team is ahead by 35 points or more in the second half, the clock does not stop unless there is a timeout or a scoring play or an injury, something of that nature. Otherwise, the clock will not stop. And this game now is into the fourth quarter. 47-8. Lake Country Lutheran leads Horicon Hustisford. Line moving left to right in the fourth quarter. After all that, Dylan Schmidt out of the gun, hands it off, and getting stuffed was Brooks. I beg your pardon, that was Gavin. Caleb Gavin, beg your pardon. But it's a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12 now, back at the 3.
It's not getting any warmer, Mike.
No, and it won't be for about the next 5-6 months. I'm just warning you. It's not gonna get much warmer anytime soon.
Thanks. You must have gone to meteorology school.
Not really.
No?
2nd and 12. Schmidt out of the gun throws, caught by Brooks, near side to the 5, and gets tackled near the 8-yard line. He was tackled on the play by Isaac Simons, the linebacker. Let's see, we've got some final scores coming in here. Mount Horeb Barneveld lost to Catholic Memorial 38-0 tonight. That was in Division 3. Division 2, Homestead 42-12 over Slinger. Still waiting to see if that St. Mary Springs game will go final here anytime soon. They were ahead 12-0.
3rd and about 8 coming up here.
And the ball right around the 8-yard line. Looking to throw. He's in trouble. Sacked at the 1-yard line. So he was sacked down around the 1, which would be a loss of 7, and 4th and long in a punting situation for Houston. After 3 quarters, Kimberly leading Bayport 25-20. There's a score for you there. We'll keep them coming.
Tell you what, I think, I'm not positive, but you can maybe help me, but Kimberly and Fond du Lac are on a crash course if Fond du Lac wins.
Fond du Lac, yeah, I mean, and they were ahead last we saw. Here's a punt from the end zone and fielded at about the 27 to 25-20, and off the left side is Hurdle on the return, taking it inside the 20 down near the 16. Clock continuing to run, 9:37 and counting left in this one. Again, well, you're running out of time here. Send us an email if you want. Give me your name and where you're from. I'll give you a shout out tonight. WBEVsports@hotmail.com. Again, you can email me in the booth here. WBEVsports@hotmail.com. Give me your name and where you're from. But this one's starting to wind down now. It's 47-8. Lake Country Lutheran leading Horicon Hustisford, and the Lightning with a short field 1st and 10. Actually, they marked it back at the 17-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 17. We got a new quarterback in there. This is Luke Hurdle, the new quarterback, handing it off and out bounds, and he was tackled on the play by Zach Keel. So we've got Luke Hurdle, a freshman in there playing quarterback right now. He handed off to John Nails, also a freshman. You're not cold there, are you, Tim?
Yeah,
Okay,
freezing.
you're shivering. 8:35 to go. It's a loss on the play of a couple. And it will be second down and about 13. Ball's back around the 19-yard line. Out of the gun, Hurdle fakes the handoff to the first man and then gives it to the second man, and he got stuffed almost immediately. Handoff that time was to Stephen Connell, a freshman, 5'7". It's a lot of freshmen there now. Boy, how exciting is this for them? Freshmen getting some touches in a level 3 playoff game. And we're down to 8 minutes remaining, and the clock's still running. It has gone final. St. Mary Springs has defeated Amherst 12-0. That is a final. So Lake Country Lutheran will be taking on St. Mary Springs next week in a huge level 4 game. Third and 18. Hurdle out of the gun, or I should say throws, and got a man in the corner of the end zone, but it is incomplete. There's Brasgal down there. And Luke Hurdle almost hit him for the touchdown right near that front pylon on the near side of the field, but it's incomplete. And it's now 4th down and 18 for lead clock is running with just over 7 minutes to go. So I wouldn't imagine they're going to punt it here. You just try and go for it, and if you turn the ball over on downs, so be it. Here's another final from tonight. Big one. Bangor beat Highland 48-6. That was in Division 7. Hey, Andrew, do you have a score from the Blackhawk Benton Scales Mound game? If you do, send that one to us. That would be I'd like to see what's going on that one. And here is on the carry, Nails, and he went up the middle for a yard or two and not nearly enough. The ball's going to go over on downs to Houston. But again, the clock is not stopping. We're down to 6.5 minutes and counting left in the game. And we got some more emails coming in here. We've got Scott. He's the older brother to Bryce and Luke Hurdle, watching from California tonight. Shout out to Bryce for getting the bread tonight. He says, go Lake Country Lutheran. That's a great email. I love that. I love it. Thanks for checking in, Scott. We appreciate it. That's a great line. You got to use that once in a while. It says, thanks. It says, shout out to Bryce for getting the bread tonight. Oh, my. Great email. I love it.
Oh, we got a timeout, Mike.
And we do with 6 minutes left in the game. By the way, I just got a score. I asking ye shall receive. At the end of the third quarter, Blackhawk leads Benton Scales Mound 36-12.
Ooh.
And that surprised me a little bit. I thought it might be a tad closer than that, but
Lafayette County, they're happy in Martintown, they're happy in Gratiot and South Wayne and Fayette, Lamont, Woodford. Oh, brother, let me tell you, folks, there ain't much to do in Lafayette County. I know. I grew up there.
are you?
But they got themselves a football powerhouse down there.
They do. Back to live action on 1st and 10 from the 23. And off the left side, out across the 25 near the 28 goes Brooks on the carry. C.J. Brooks picks up about, 6, almost 7 on the play. They're putting the ball, the scoreboard says the ball's at the 99-yard line. I don't think so. Now it's at the 30. There we go.
That would be a
Gain of about 6, and yeah, I've never seen this field with a 99-yard line before. Right? We got another email here from Ellen Heike checking in tonight. We'll get to that in a second here on 2nd and about 4, a short 4 from the 30, and a handoff, and breaking tackles, Brooks up the middle, 35, 40, 45, 50, he could go, he's to the 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Horicon Hustisford, C.J. Brooks, 70-yard run with 5:06 remaining. Wow.
Hey, C.J. Brooks, 100-yard night. 5 carries for 100 yards. I rounded up 1, but who cares? Good for him. What a great high school career for
Well,
his future.
unbelievable career.
Yeah, it's been a great play.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, not going his team's way tonight, but that was a heck of a run right up the gut. Nobody caught him, and a 70-yard run to pay dirt to make it 47-14 in favor of Lake Country Lutheran, and the Marsh Falcons will attempt the extra point here. Schmidt is the holder. Nate Spurl will attempt the extra point. Yeah, won't that be some game next week?
Yeah, I bet.
With the Lightning and St. Mary Springs. Here's the extra point attempt by Spurl. It is good. 5:06 left in the game, 47-15. Lake Country Lutheran leads it. We're back in 1 minute on 95.3 WXRO and DailyDodge.com.
Your local Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly has a large selection of fresh produce, meats, seafood, deli, and bakery items, and great savings. Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly is proud to be serving Beaver Dam and the surrounding communities for over 50 years.
We just got our new Tempur-Pedics in. Oh my gosh, they feel so amazing. I can't even describe. If you're a warm sleeper, you lay down and it's like heaven. Honestly, a lot of people are very warm sleepers, so these new Tempur-Pedics are even cooler, if you can imagine, than the other models.
All right, welcome back to Heartland. Mike Tronson, Tim Haldeman with 5:06 remaining in the ball game. 47-15. Lake Country Lutheran leads. Here's the kickoff. Ground ball. Bouncing ball fielded near the 12. Ahead to the 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and out near the 38-yard line on the return was Owen Kennedy, a junior. And he was brought down by Zach Keel. More scores are coming in from across the state. In Division 7, Edgar defeated Loyal 25-6. Division 7, Reedsville over Pittsville 17-15. D5 saw Stratford down Kewanee 42-12. Fond du Lac, by the way, beat Sun Prairie, or I'm assuming it's a final, 33-7 was the score that I have there.
Man, the Big Eight is really taking their lumps.
Yeah, they really have.
Man.
By the way, emails coming in. I said Ellen Heike said, thank you very much. Glad she got to see the game on the live stream tonight. And do we have a timeout that was called here? Because, or are we just waiting? Oh, we had an injured player. Beg your pardon. And another email from Joy Pamperin saying, thanks for a great season, Marsh Falcons. And Joy, I'm sure they appreciate that. They really, truly did have a very, very great season.
And Mike, but yeah, we said off the air just a few moments ago that I wouldn't be surprised to see this game next year, to be very honest, because both of these clubs have a lot of kids back.
1st and 10 for the Lightning. They're on their own 39, moving right to left, handoff. Nails across the 45, right side breaks a tackle. He's to the 50, right sideline, and gets taken down around the 45-yard line of Houston. He was tackled on the play by Matthew Grebe. But another first down for the Lightning. Again, clock running with 3:53 to go in the ball game. 47-15. Lake Country Lutheran leads Horicon Hustisford. Lightning certainly don't have to be in any hurry here. They can just kind of take their time, knowing that they're going to be moving on here in under 4 minutes. And out of the gun, Hurdle hands it off and nails straight up the middle inside the 45 down to the 44-yard line. So that would be a gain of close to 2. And 2nd and a long 8 coming up. Oh, it's been fun, though. And it's been a fun season of high school football. Tim Haldeman here in the local area. We've seen a lot of fun games this year. Covered a lot of great teams in the area. And Never gets old, does it?
No,
All right, flag on the play. On the carry, straight up the middle goes Stephen Connell. But there is a flag down. Let's see if this is coming back or not.
Over the next couple months, just to see, Clayton Kershaw just signed for over $100 million for 2 years. I'd take $1 million.
More like, well, you're going to get one. I think that's what you're going to get. You're going to get one all right.
I might get one free hot dog. That'd be a great night.
Oh, boy.
Oh, it's just fun, folks.
Yeah, we do have a good time.
You have no idea. If you've never done this, it's just a hoot.
Then you're lucky. 2nd and 21, by the way. And Connell again on the carry, but gets stuffed right near the 46-yard line of Lake Country Lutheran. Under 2 minutes to play now. Another score just came in. Division 4, Little Chute beat Wrightstown 28-14 tonight. So the final minute 45 will tick away here. It's 3rd and 18 for the Lightning from their own 46. And what a season they're having. It continues. They were in the state championship game last year only to fall short. Now they're going to be another win away from the state championship game again. That was Nails on the carry for a pickup of about 2 to the 47. And it is 4th and about 18, but again, clock continuing to tick away. We're down to 70 seconds remaining in this one. Got our good friends Dan and Mark here tonight from the Daily Citizen. Talk about double coverage tonight here, covering the game. They've been with us in the press box all night long, listening to our bad banter back and forth. But good to see you guys staying warm tonight, covering the game. Yeah, exactly. Mark says as warm as possible anyways.
That is a
timeout.
That is a lion hat?
Timeout has been called with 47.2 seconds remaining.
He's from Michigan. We won't hold that
we won't hold that against you. They don't hold it against me that I'm from Minnesota. So there
Wolverine
you
or Sparty? Hey, Wolverine or Sparty? I don't care who you covered. I'm asking who you root for. Ooh, wow.
He has to think about it. He has to think about it.
Goodness.
By the way, that did go final. Tim Haldeman, Blackhawk 36, Benton Scales Mountain 12. That's in Division 7. And this one here in 47 seconds will be final. But it has been a lot of fun. It's hard to believe that 2 weeks from tonight I call my first basketball game of the year when the Beaver Dam girls open up their season at Fort Atkinson. It is 4th and 18 for the Lightning. Handoff. Connell across the 50 to about the 48, but it's not nearly enough. It will go over on downs to the Marsh Falcons. And the clock now back in motion as we tick off now the final 30 seconds of this ball game. And we just can't say enough good things about the Marsh Falcons, and congratulations. What a team they've got here as they just beat a very, very talented Marsh Falcon team, and they have a date with St. Mary's Springs next Friday night in Level 4. Won't that be a game?
I'll tell you what, Mike, I'd pay to watch that one.
I would definitely.
Yeah, I really would.
Love to see that game next week.
Really
3 seconds, too, and that's going to do it. They're not going to have to snap it again. And this one's in the books. Final score tonight from Heartland. Lake Country Lutheran 47 and Horicon Hustisford 15. Let's take a break. We'll come back for the post-game report right after this break on 95.3 WXRO in Daily Dodge.
Your local Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly has a large selection of fresh produce, meats, seafood, deli, and bakery items, and great savings. Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly is proud to be serving Beaver Dam and the surrounding communities for over 50 years.
We just got our new Tempur-Pedics in. Oh my gosh, they feel so amazing. I can't even describe. If you're a warm sleeper, you lay down and it's like heaven. Honestly, a lot of people are very warm sleepers. So these new Tempur-Pedics are even cooler, if you can imagine, than the other models.
I've umpired them.
And we welcome you back to Lake Country Lutheran High School in Heartland. Mike Tronson alongside Tim Haldeman. Welcome to our post-game report. Final score tonight in this Division 5 state quarterfinal. It was Lake Country Lutheran defeating Horicon Hustisford by the count of 47-15. Congratulations to the Lightning as they improved to 12-0 on the year, and they advance to level 4. They will battle St. Mary Springs in the state semifinals next Friday night. That will be a doozy of a game. That's going to be at a neutral site. I don't exactly know where they'll be playing. I heard through the grapevine possibly that game may be played in West Bend, but don't quote me on that because we've been wrong before when we've said where games are going to be played. But that will be a neutral site game. So stay tuned as they announce the location for that kick. Hustisford one more time. For a 10-2 season, a trip to level 3, they were tremendous. They really, really were. And I know it's disappointing when you get to this point and you're not moving on. But I told Coach Shannon Miller earlier this week, and I'll say it again, I really hope that these players and the coaching staff can look back on this very soon and be very, very proud of what they accomplished. I mean, I probably sound like a broken record. Do you know how doggone difficult it is to get to level 3 of the playoffs? Do you know how doggone difficult it is to win 10 games and get to level 3? A lot of teams cannot say that. Horicon Hustisford can say that.
Mike, a year ago tonight, do you remember where we were?
Well, we were doing a Fall River game.
That's right. Do you remember what town we were in?
That was, we were in Columbus. No, that was not, no, the bigger part. That was, where were we at?
I'm testing your memory here, pal. Come on.
Was it a Fall River game we were doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a Fall River game.
Yeah.
Oh, that wasn't the game in Middleton, was it?
No. Wild Rose.
Oh, that's right, Wild Rose.
Wild
yeah,
Rose. How could
absolutely.
you forget?
Oh gosh,
and,
yes.
And
Sorry
Mike,
about that.
Mike, it just, all the memories come back to me of the last football games that we do And, a number of times it's been at Camp Randall. We've been very lucky in the fact that we've had some, I don't know if it's lucky is the word, but we've been very fortunate, blessed, whatever you could say, to have a number of our teams throughout the area get to those kind of wonderful highlights, and these that team grow over a 3-year period to the point where they made it to the state semifinals. A year ago, this club here, in their first year, in their infancy, make it to the playoffs. Didn't nearly make it this far. This group of kids made it to the 3rd round, Mike Tronson. Just incredible. And I'll tell you what, I wouldn't put it past them one bit to get to this level again next year, and who's to say what's going to happen from that point forward. Hats off to everybody involved, both communities. They have grasped the partnership between the two schools. Yeah, it helps that you're winning football games. That's part of the deal, and it's not always going to be this good. But again, hats off to the communities, to the folks in the schools who made all the decisions to do that type of thing. It's not an easy thing.
No.
For a small high school to lose their identity in a sense, And football in the fall is an identity to an awful lot of people. So I commend everybody involved, these young men out there who have given so much, especially the seniors. But there's great hope and a good future for this group of kids.
They're very well said, Tim. Very well said. And, boy, a lot of talented seniors that they're going to say goodbye to, but they have definitely left their mark on this program, this co-op, because, let's face it, there are only 7 teams in the entire state of Wisconsin that will win their final game of the year.
That's right.
So let that sink in for a moment. And a lot to be proud of here. And Lake Country Lutheran, they are outstanding. Coach Greg Brasgell, I talked to him this week, and this has got to be an exciting time for him because Greg Brasgell, he started this program here 17 years ago. They played 2 seasons of JV football. In the last 15 years, they have played varsity football. They did not have football here before that. He started the program, saw it through the JV years, got through the years when they were 1-8, and now look at them here. They're going to level 4 for the 2nd year in a row. Last year they were state runner-up, and they're trying to get back to Madison. And so he's done a heck of a job.
And his son is a large part of this football team.
One of the many fine stars on this team.
Yes. So that's just, I don't know how much more fun a father could have than to see his son come through a program of this nature in a sport that you love. Yeah. That's just an absolute dream come true, and it could only get better if they were to make it to Camp Randall, which I'm sure he played there last year and came home with a silver ball, but I'm sure they're looking for the gold one this time around.
Well, Coach Brasgell and his staff have done a great job, and Coach Shannon Miller and his staff for Horicon Hustisford, hats off to you gentlemen for what you've done. Because, I know that they don't like to take a lot of credit because it's the players that play the game. I understand that part of it, but they come up with the scheme, and they do all this game planning, and they work so hard behind the scenes, and they don't get nearly the credit that they deserve for the success of the team. So
Mike,
hats off to them.
I will say this. I know what kind of money those coaches are making out there. And if you put it into an hourly basis of how many dollars per hour that they make, I'm not so sure it's $2 an hour, to be very honest. The hours that these guys spend dissecting high school football, especially on the weekends, not only their own team, but then picking apart the next team that they're going to look at, it is a I just can't think of the words right at the moment. It's a love that is just beyond comprehension. They just love this sport so much, and then you throw into the crock pot the love for the game, and then you turn in the love of the kids that you have for the young men that you're seeing grow up right in front of your eyes to become, young kids to the point where they're young men, and you get to have a part in that positiveness, and that's it. Sort of gets to me once in a while. Can you tell?
I can tell.
Yeah. Okay.
I can
Enough
tell.
is enough.
No, I understand what you're saying completely.
Yeah.
I do want to run down the 33-8 Lake Country Lutheran. They added to that lead with 5 minutes into the third quarter when Dane Vance scored on a 3-yard touchdown run. Extra point was good to make it 40-8 Lightning. Then with 9 seconds left in the third, Wilkins with another touchdown pass, a 2-yarder to Hurdle. Bryce Hurdle took it in from 2 yards out. Extra point was good to make it 47-8 in favor of Lake Country Lutheran. And then the last score of the game with 5:06 to go in the fourth quarter was actually the big 70-yard touchdown run by C.J. Brooks. Extra point tacked on. That made it 47-15 Lightning. And that was your final tonight here at Lake Country Lutheran, 47-15, as the Lightning of Lake Country Lutheran improved to 12-0 and advanced to level 4 next week to take on St. Mary Springs in the Division 5 state semifinals. Again, no shame for Horicon Hustisford as they end their season with a record of 10-2. I did get one final email here from Judy. Judy Halfman says, thanks, Housticon, for the great season. And that was very simple but very well stated. Judy, thanks for that email. And yes, thanks to Housticon for all the entertainment they provided this season. We are out of high school football teams in our local area, Tim Alderman. Horicon Husty was the last one standing, and it's been another fun high school football season. You and I have a great opportunity because we get to bounce around each week, and we see lots of different teams. So, we're doing Waterloo Marshall, Dodgeland, and Marquezan the next week. We do Horicon Hustisford, and the last few weeks, Fall Rivers in there, all these teams that we see, and it's just a joy for us to be able to continue to go around, feature the different teams in the area, and travel to different fields week in and week out and do this. It's just a joy. A lot of fun.
It's a great joy, Mike, and I would like to thank my wife, who I don't thank often enough, and I will thank her on the air here for putting up with me to allow me to do this every Friday night and give up the fish fries, and she has to do it all by herself, and I thank her, and same goes for your wife as well.
Absolutely. I mean, my wife puts up with me being gone so much during the fall and winter. She really does. I mean, in the football season, it's pretty much every Friday night. During basketball and hockey season, look out! I can be gone 2, 3, 4 nights a week, and she puts up with it. Like you said, we could not do this without the support of our wives.
Yeah.
And you and I told Coach Shannon Miller, you and I have a combined 55 years of doing this, and you know what? It's still as fun as it was on day one. It really is. Yeah. And folks, I hope I really sincerely hope you enjoy these broadcasts. We just have a blast doing this. I hope you sense that. We love rooting for these kids and bringing you these games. And those of you especially that can't be at the ball field, we're glad that we have this technology. But fear not, even though we're out of high school football teams in our local area to cover, it's only a couple of weeks to basketball and hockey season. That's right. We've got a big full schedule of basketball coming up this winter. We'll have some hockey games in there. And as a matter of fact, I think I mentioned it earlier that 2 weeks from tonight, November 16th, Friday evening, we'll have our first high school basketball broadcast of the season. It'll be the Beaver Dam girls, the 2-time defending state champion Beaver Dam Golden Beavers, will open up their new season on the road with a crossover game, a Badger Conference crossover game at Fort Atkinson. So that is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to head down there and do that game on Friday night the 16th. It'll be a 7:15 tip-off from Fort Atkinson. So that's not too far away.
None other than Kirk Call will be your partner?
Yes.
Speaking of Hustisford.
Yeah, speaking of
We're
Hustisford.
talking Hall of Fame here, huh? I'm not even in the Hall of Fame. I'm not even.
You should be.
For
But
what?
we think of something.
Okay.
But no, I'm very fortunate because this is a bittersweet night because this is where Tim, you and I, kind of go our separate ways for a while. I'm very fortunate. I've said it that I have two incredible partners to do radio broadcasts with during the football season. Tim, I'm honored to share the booth with you week in and week out, and during the winter season, I'm very honored to work with Kurt Call, and he does just a tremendous job as well. And so, I'm looking forward to working with Kirk, but Tim.
And I have been so lucky to been asked back. My agent just keeps doing the job. I gotta give him a pat on the back. And but I'll tell you, you could have the best of all worlds here in a few weeks. You could have you and Kirk in the booth, and me and my kid out there on the floor in black and white stripes.
I know
with
you
whistle
do a lot of
in our mouth.
officiating during the basketball season, so
brother.
maybe we'll run into you there.
Yeah, you can.
Absolutely.
You can do your critiquing of us from the broadcast booth, as if no one does that in the stands throughout the entire winter season.
No, of course not. No.
Uh-huh.
Well, sportsmanship doesn't stop when the game ends, folks. It's part of the community you live in. Respect, character, dignity, and leading by example. Your community, your team. We are a proud sponsor of the WIAA Rural Mutual Insurance Sportsmanship Award since it started way back in 1965. From football to volleyball to hockey to basketball, the award recognizes more than team sportsmanship. It recognizes that sportsmanship matters in your community as well. Visit www.ruralmutual.com/WIAA and see how our team and your community can work together to be true champions. Hey, I want to remind you folks that tomorrow morning, again, it's the high school OT here on WXRO and DailyDodge.com. From 8 to 9 a.m., Wade Bates and Kevin Haugen will have the hour-long prep sports program for you tomorrow morning, and I'm sure they're going to be talking a lot about this game. Also, it's their hockey coaches from Beaver Dam and Waupun High Schools on the broadcast tomorrow, and that's a great show. If you like high school sports, you got to tune into that show. It's every Saturday morning during the fall and winter sports season from 8 to 9 on WXRO and DailyDodge.com. Those guys do a tremendous job.
And there's a guy on the roof right now.
I haven't forgotten about him.
There's a guy on the roof right now. Honest to God, folks. Justin Wilski
Yep, Dustin, yep.
is on the roof of the broadcast area where we're at right at this moment. He's been there for the last 2.5 to 3 hours. And, folks, it's, 35, 36 degrees out there right now. And if you have enjoyed watching the stream live on DailyDodge.com, please call the radio station and tell the boys. And I heard the fellas this morning around 8:30 or so talking about the ball game tonight and the fact that we're streaming live nowadays. And Justin, you get a major pat in the back and beyond, because not too many people would do what you're doing right now. And because we're a whole lot warmer than he is, and I'm really cold.
Not much. Not much. Let's put it that way.
But no, I mean, hats off to that young man. That's just incredible what he's doing. So if you enjoy it, please let us know. Thank you.
All right, yeah. Justin, thank you very much for being our videographer tonight. And we didn't want to forget about the multi-talented Jimmy Minshew back at the WXRO studios for engineering the broadcast tonight. He's been around a long time, and he's just always a pleasure to work with. And stop in and see him tomorrow morning for some breakfast at one of the local eateries there in Beaver Dam.
I was told I would go myself, but once again, I'll be at the ESPN Madison tailgate party, looking for the Badger win tomorrow against Rutgers.
Yep, that should be a lot of fun, and so yeah, have a great time. Hopefully the weather's decent tomorrow. I'm not sure what they're. I think the rain's supposed to hold off till the evening, so
should be good.
You should be in good shape. Hey, thanks to all those listeners out there, listeners and viewers that sent me emails tonight. That was a lot of fun to hear from you, and we sincerely hope that you all enjoyed the broadcast. This broadcast has been brought to you by Hustisford State Bank, Racelers Flooring, Schultz's Bus Service, Columbus Family Dental, Landmark Credit Union, and our video sponsor tonight was Kurt's Service. Final score in the Division 5 state quarterfinal game. It was Lake Country Lutheran 47 and Horicon Hustisford 15. That's going to wrap it up for us. Tim Haldeman, we'll see you soon, buddy. Thanks again for
You
everything.
bet. My pleasure, Mike. Hey, matter of fact, I just got a score in from my good friend Gordy Schmidt. I apologize, Gordy. Lakeside Lutheran, I don't know if you had this one. Lakeside Lutheran won 38-7 tonight.
I did not. And actually, Andrew Wallace was sending me lots of scores from across the state tonight. I didn't have time to get to all of them. I apologize for that, but thanks for that quick update.
Yep.
And that's another person I wanted to thank, Andrew Wallace, who was not with us in the booth tonight, but he was from afar. He was sending me scores. Andrew, I really appreciate it. You're a great friend to Tim and
Andrew,
appreciate it.
you are beyond my belief. You are an absolute gem, period. Without a doubt.
Yep, no, I second that one for sure. All right, 47-15 your final as Lake Country Lutheran defeats Horicon Hustisford. That's going to wrap up our football coverage. We'll talk to you during basketball and hockey season, folks, not that far away. Have a very, very pleasant evening. Enjoy your weekend. Stay warm. Once again, this has been a WXRO and DailyDodge.com sports presentation.
Your local Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly has a large selection of fresh produce, meats, seafood, deli, and bakery items, and great savings. Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly is proud to be serving Beaver Dam and the surrounding communities for over 50 years.
We just got our new Tempur-Pedics in. Oh my gosh, they feel so amazing. I can't even describe. If you're a warm sleeper, you lay down and it's like heaven. Honestly, a lot of people are very warm sleepers, so these new Tempur-Pedics are even cooler, if you can imagine, than the other models.